direct from the case files of the Something Something Cast. Find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and STSTcast on Twitter, and at somethingcast.com.
Hey, have you seen the docket that just came in?
Is that the Blacker Than Black Times Infinity file?
Yeah. These guys, they're gonna blow it for us all. They know too much.
What have they uncovered this time?
What haven't they uncovered?
What, movies, TV, video games?
Check, check, and check.
Nobody's that good.
Get this. These guys knew the Jeep Renegade Batman used wasn't trail rated.
Jesus.
Only one thing left for us to do.
Smash that motherfucking like button.
There is a story so strange in its implications that it defies ordinary classification.
I don't care if you've been trying to save Hell's Kitchen from the Yakuza all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the stack. Smoke me out, fam, with that dang shit. On my left, your boy Blue.
Blue's gonna make it do what it do, baby.
Ooh, I like it. On my far right, engineering on the ones that choose, choking people out on the threes, the boys, Kratos.
When somebody tells me they haven't heard of our podcast, I tell that dankless motherfucker, Baki Yaro, Kona Yaro.
Fuck your rules, fuck your rules.
All right. On my immediate right, we have the oldest ninja in the world. Returning once again, old ninja.
I just want to know who's taking me to Flavor Town.
Oh, shit. Oh, Guy Fieri reference. I love it. And joining us, we have Jemal from The Extraordinary Journey of a Black Nerd. What's up, fam?
Nothing much. Planet EJLBN, Detroit Stand Up.
Woo! Here we go. First of all, thank you for...
Oh,
yeah.
We missed one thing.
What we miss?
So,
Stitch.
Yeah, Stitch had to take a PTO day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. HR said they thought he was stressed.
That's true.
What does the P stand for?
I mean,
Yeah. Put him on the spot. Okay.
Well, Lilo was here, so...
Yeah. Jemal, first of all, thank you so much for joining us. I know it's late out there in the D, but we appreciate you being on here with us.
Yeah.
Man, you know, it's a blessing to be able to get on, man.
That's awesome.
You guys been supporting us for a long time, so it's no problem.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
This is what's up. Kronos, you got something in there?
No, I was just saying, you know, it's cool to have like a black nerd group. It's cool, even though we'll get into it later. But some of the shit that's posted isn't always nerdy.
Yeah.
So much of this. Yeah.
I can't control it.
Yeah, you can't control it. Yeah, I'm not.
not.
I mean, trust me, we know you can't control guests or people that are on your shit. Yeah, we had a really bad podcast before. Somebody from Michigan, but.
Yeah.
But that ain't gonna happen tonight.
That ain't gonna happen tonight.
That ain't gonna happen tonight. We want to dive right on in. For those who don't know about The Extraordinary Journey of a Black Nerd, can you tell us a little bit about how it got started and your background and geek credentials, man?
Well, I really started Black Nerd off as offshoot of another page I was running that was like really militant and pro-black, and you know, after a while that shit gets heavy, man. So you know, it started as a side project, but as we got more and more people involved and were really into it, that actually became the main thing. So it was really positive, and you can't be around that many positive people and still have that same outlook on situations and things that's going on in the world. So
That's good shit.
that was how we started off, and I met some good people, and it's not really even me. Mostly I just get on there and troll people. So, other admin keep it running, you know.
Nice.
Yeah, but you are the originator of the group.
I'm the originator, but you know, it's just a conglomerate. It's not just me.
Yeah,
That's good shit.
But I mean, the group is nearing 50,000 members from
On
like
Facebook.
on Facebook from like around the world.
Yeah.
This shit is insane.
Yeah, and I've seen. I mean, when I first joined, I didn't know, and I was in it, and I was so enamored by like-minded folks, both mind, body, soul, and color.
Yeah,
And it was just great to like reach out and be like, oh, these are the people I've been searching for, and we've been scattered, but it's like-minded folks. Like Cronus has said, there are some people that try to bring up like, you know, stuff that's not nerdy, but I've noticed that the admins have done a fairly good job of shutting that down and getting back on
it's not
topic.
even just the admin. The members will get in there and shut people down like faster than we will. We get in like if it's extreme, like if you get some stuff, you know,
Oh, well,
But-
I'm referring to when I first joined. When I first joined, admins would jump
it's
in.
a lot better. It's a lot better now.
Well,
Yeah, I would say I've been part of the group for probably a good maybe 2 years now, and I remember I've been part of other black nerd groups, and they were just kind of like, oh, this is kind of boring. But once I joined the Shorty Journey of a Black Male or Black Nerd,
Taking it as
but no, I was like,
hard to
this,
say. It's
yeah, it's
long.
kind of hard to say. But when I joined the group, I was like, oh, these are my peoples. Like everything on there was it was either funny, it was educational. Like there was stuff I didn't know that I learned being part of the group. So it was definitely like a good group to join.
Yeah, I was actually mad because Prodigy had my sister in the group before I was in the goddamn group.
that's fam though.
Yeah, but I should have been in beforehand,
You
Ninja.
know, whatever.
Yeah, we had people go in there and say, "Hey man, can you get rid of my girl, man? I can't."
That's good.
It's crazy the stories we hear. We had people stalkers and stuff like, "Hey, this guy's stalking me. Can you block him or whatever?" I'm like, "Well, that sounds like a personal problem.
Oh, yeah.
It ain't got nothing to do with me."
Yeah,
But
take them feeling somewhere else.
like, hey,
Well, let me ask you real quick though, man. So, what started your actual personal journey of being, a nerd or a fan of stuff? I mean, did you start in comics? Did you start in anime, gaming? What started it, and where are you now?
started with comic books, man. My cousins got me into it when I was a kid, and we had the old. I don't know how old you all are, but we had the old Marvel superheroes RPG role playing game tabletop.
Oh, wow. Tabletop
And
in it.
it was like, so when you ask me like questions about what are pretty much any Marvel character's stats, like what they can do and what they can't do, I can run it all the way down to you, and that's coming from like before I could read. Like
That's
I can tell you about Wolverine's adamantium skeleton back in the 80s. I remember Deadpool before he had a healing factor, that kind of stuff. So that's where it started, but then I got into video games with Super Mario and it just Ninja Turtles, and I'm a really huge Ninja Turtle fan. But that's where it came from. And no matter how old you get or where you go in life, you can always go back to that, and that's part of the reason why we made the group, because you have people that get off into the real world, and it's always nice to have a safe place you can go and say, hey, yeah, I work in corporate America, but shit, I like Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Remember those old school Marvel cards they used to have back in the day?
I got all of them.
I freaking miss those, man. Yeah.
I got all of them. I got all of them like in a binder here somewhere.
Oh, you still got them? Yeah, I found a few that I had. I remember I used to match them up. So, I used to have some number ones, and so I match up the cards with the number one comics that I had, and just put them in there on the inside of the
cool.
bag and board. It was pretty
Good
cool.
shit, man.
Yeah, you talking about like the hologram covers and stuff with the cards in them, or you talking about like the packs and stuff?
Just the packs, the old school Marvel packs. Yeah, I didn't have very many holographic ones.
Those were cool though. I remember both.
They're like, yeah, these are gonna be worth money.
Yeah. But then of course, I lost most of my comics through my parents and stuff. It's all good. Now I have a decent collection now, just in adult life. So, so
Yeah,
maybe when I'm 80, I can sell them.
There you go.
Actually, I found some. I actually got reconnected with some of my old Todd McFarlane Spider-Mans, which I posted out there. So
Wow.
I thought those were lost and destroyed, but no, they're still bagged and board and taped. Prodigy, like they're supposed to
I don't know
be.
nothing about that.
Well, didn't the first issue of Superman, DC Action Comics, it sold recently on eBay for like $3 million.
God
It's
damn.
fucking crazy.
It's just
I believe it.
it's just paper though.
Yeah, it's just paper.
So, but like Jamal though, what are some of your favorite characters though? I know you were collecting comics way back in the day, but all-time favorites though from the 80s till now.
Okay, my favorite character right now, and I know it's probably cliche to say it because he's so popular right now, but it's Daredevil.
Oh,
I didn't even realize it until
Nice.
a couple years ago. I have 200 issues of Daredevil, and that's even more than I'm a Wolverine fan, but I didn't even realize it. But I have basically every major run of Daredevil since he first appeared.
damn.
As far as DC, I probably go with the Flash, but the Wally West version. I like him more so than any other character. As far as my favorite franchise, it would be Ninja Turtles, but I'm not really limited. I mostly go by writing. I don't really go by characters anymore because you'll get burned just following somebody blindly. So I go where the writing takes me. Right now, my favorite book is The Vision.
Okay. I heard good things about that. I haven't
Actually,
checked it
Like
out
the
yet.
best
should've
written
got it.
book I've ever. It's so creepy and weird, but it's like really, it's written really well. And I've never been a real Black Panther fan, even though my group might tear me apart for saying that.
Ooh,
but
yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah.
you like what you like.
No.
he's a lot better now than he used to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Most people that say they're Black Panther fans, I'm
Black
like,
Panther to be like he'll stand around and just. He's basically Namor, you know. He's
yeah.
the same character, except that he has a different power set and he's black. So
Well, he got better with like Hickman. I think that he got
he's
way
a
better.
lot better now.
Yeah.
You know,
So people tell me about the Black Panther fans. I'm like, what about the Marvel Knight days? I mean, those were like terribly written
Yeah.
comics, and he just wasn't a great character back then. But I think that Jonathan Hickman did a really good job of kind of reimagining.
yeah, they got him back on track. You know, you can use him for power feats. He can beat anybody. He's basically Batman, but he's a good character now.
Absolutely.
And Luke Cage is another one. He started out as a stereotype back when I was a kid.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
okay, well,
With a
he was
tiara?
he was a guy that came from like the movies that my parents used to watch in the 70s.
Mhm.
Yep, Dolomite and
But
shit.
now it's like Luke Cage is the type of character that he embodies what our culture is now, where you can be accepted for being like black, or you can say, well, shit, I like white women, you know, whatever. You don't have
Jessica
you don't have to
Jones.
sit up there. You don't have to be embarrassed about saying shit like that. I'm me. I'm an individual, you know.
yeah.
So I like that about Luke Cage, and he's one of my favorites now.
Favorite.
Yeah, have you read the new Power Man and Iron Fist comics?
Oh yeah, that book's great.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
pretty good so far. I know very little.
It's-
Go ahead.
No, it's pretty good. I like how it started, and I hope it goes somewhere. The first couple issues are funny, but it's gonna have to get a little bit more serious.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, because I don't know very much. I know a little bit about Iron Fist, but not too much. So it's been interesting to see them like gone and then like back together. So it's
Yeah. You just got to remember that when they first came out, they was both basically blaxploitation and martial arts characters from the 70s. So
yeah.
so everything about them is coming from that.
Gotcha.
What is your
Netflix.
take on Luke Cage and the Netflix Marvel universe? Luke Cage.
Yeah, on Netflix.
On
He's
Netflix.
cool, but they need to get him a better fighting style, man. They just
Yeah.
they didn't do him just. I mean, he's an interesting character, but as far as like his action sequences, he looks like a brick. You know, it's like he doesn't really
Yeah, they didn't really show him
Just-
fighting too much. It was
just typical strongman. You know,
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the problems though, is that if you're facing somebody that can't hurt you, I mean, you don't really need to move very much. You know what I mean? You're just like, okay, do whatever.
Very,
But
very much, but I'm assuming that he knows how to fight, and he's got
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a background where he's from the hood. So I'm assuming that he would be able to take out Jessica Jones
oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
a
when
lot better
Jessica,
than what they depicted on screen. you
oh
know?
yeah, when
Yeah.
Jessica Jones took him out, I was like, he's a shotgun to the
Yeah.
face that wouldn't like hurt him. So not
Yeah.
even a concussion, nothing. So it
yeah.
doesn't make any
I
sense to me.
mean, it's just like if he was fighting Daredevil, I could see Daredevil taking him out just how sloppy he is.
Yep.
But that's just based on what I've seen on the Jessica Jones show. It's probably going to change when his show gets out there and he gets a budget. But
Well, so now what's your favorite, though, in terms of superhero TV series right now? Because we got a plethora of them on television.
right now it's between Daredevil and The Walking Dead.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Daredevil is a little bit better than Walking Dead for me because of the damn cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that kind of pissed me off. But
They've been doing that a lot last few seasons.
Well, you know, so Daredevil for me, has everybody finished that? I've already
Yeah,
said
I'm
this
full.
before.
I'm done.
Okay. So
Okay.
the problem I had with the last season of Daredevil, it was great. However, there was like a huge hole in it for me that there was no really good villain in the whole season.
Yeah. I mean, Punisher kind of was, but not
But
really.
he's not a villain.
Yeah.
And they kind of had, Kingpin as well, but he wasn't really in it. And it's still, they edged out Jessica Jones for me as far as like favorite comic show. But the whole villain thing's being really weak. It was kind of weird to me after I like watched it all and thought about it.
Yep.
And I was like, where the fuck there was no villain, like real good villain.
You couldn't trust Elektra, but she wasn't a villain. I
Yeah,
agree
yeah.
with you.
Well, my thing was I felt that the villain was an organization and not a singular character. Like
That's not a good villain.
That's not as
Yeah.
satisfying.
yeah, I think he really had like an overarching villain for the Daredevil. I think what's going to happen with next season, just based on what they set up, is that Kingpin's probably going to get out of jail,
Yeah.
and you're probably going to get Bullseye.
Yeah, and that'll be good as long as they focus on a villain this time. That'd be great.
Yeah,
that's
I think this is like going to be a transition season where they just set up the world,
yeah.
and Fisk is gonna get out of jail and wreck shop. So
Yeah, I mean that was my only complaint. It was still a great season. I mean,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you watch any of the CW stuff, like Arrow, Flash, or no?
not really in the CW or Flash.
You're like Kronos.
I've tried it. I just never sat down and watched it. Sorry.
No, it's all good. What about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or anything like that?
Not really.
No?
Okay, so you skip all that. All right.
Yeah.
I didn't skip all that.
Well, in terms of Ninja Turtles, because I know you're a hardcore Ninja Turtle fan, what era do you like?
wait, hold on. What do you think about the movies?
Yeah, there you go.
The new movies?
The new one,
Yeah.
it was fun. I can't really
neutral
knock
answer.
it because one of the things about superhero movies is that they spend so much time world building
Yeah.
what's going around that they mess up the core characters. You can say that about like Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
You can say that about Batman vs Superman, Man of Steel. You can say that about certain Marvel movies where it's like a little bit off. But with Ninja Turtles, if you get the characters right for the 4 turtles, you pretty much got you 50% done.
And your take on the 4 turtles in the Michael Bay version?
Oh yeah, they're great. The 4 turtles themselves, you can't go wrong with them. I mean, the personalities are spot on. The only thing is the designs are a little bit off, but anybody from any era that goes into the movies, you know what you're getting.
Yep.
They didn't mess that up at all. So you can have fun with it no matter if you're 30-something or if you're a kid because they got the characters right.
I get you. I went back and watched, what was it, the
Now,
second...
the movie itself, it had problems, but because they got the characters right, you can bypass it. I think it was a scene in it where Shredder beats Ralph
Yeah.
and then just walks off. But the whole point of him going in the fighting at all was to catch him and put him in a cage.
Yeah.
So it was like something was cut and it didn't make any sense, but it was like he was caught up in it and it was just fun. So
It was weird that they were so big. Like that kind of threw me off for the whole movie. Like, why are they so
that
big?
took me. It was,
Especially Raph.
Yeah.
Raph
yeah,
was huge.
that was the downside. So
But remember
that
in
is
like...
my day. What you gonna do?
Remember in Secret of the Ooze, though, way back in the day, they actually didn't do any fighting with their weapons. It was mostly dancing and choreography bullshit. Like, there was no cutting with the swords or the sais. There was no weapon fighting, really, in that movie way back then.
Yeah, but you got to remember that. Well, I don't know if you guys know it, but when the first Ninja Turtles movie came out, it was pretty much like the first couple arcs of the comics.
Yep.
It was almost like panel for panel, like the first couple arcs of the comics. But the parents got pissed off,
Exactly.
and they don't stop using the weapons. So that's why, like Michelangelo had the grappling hook.
Mm-hmm.
And if you watch the cartoon, Michelangelo for a couple seasons had a grappling hook. It didn't make any damn sense. Why the fuck would you use a grappling hook while you fighting? But he had it, and but they did that because over in the culture over there, those are like really deadly weapons. You go out there and kids might kill themselves. So that's why they changed his weapon.
Yep.
So
sad.
Well, and a grappling hook actually it's a ninja weapon in ninjutsu. That actually
yeah, but the way he was using it, it wasn't. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't like that.
So it's funny that you like Daredevil and
Ninja
Turtles. Yeah, because they're kind of that's where they took most of the stuff from the stuff from Daredevil is in the Ninja Turtles. Like instead of the hand, they're called the foot.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, the Ninja Turtles are a parody of Daredevil.
Yeah.
Wow.
I heard supposedly it was the same kind of chemicals that made them in the Ninja Turtles. The same ones that made them blind.
shit.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, it's the mutagen that took Daredevil's eyesight was supposedly spilled into the sewers and made the Ninja Turtles.
It spilled everywhere. It spilled on Jessica Jones.
Yeah,
spilled on
Jessica Jones got
Turtles.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mind just
Splooged
exploded.
all over the place.
Damn, that's awesome.
I just fucked up your whole world,
Yeah, that
dude,
fucked
didn't
up
it?
my whole world. I'm gonna look at both of those franchises differently from now on. That's good shit.
You didn't know about the hand and the foot thing? Really?
No, it was the ooze stuff that got
the
me.
ooze stuff,
Yeah,
okay,
the
yeah.
ooze. I was like,
you
oh
got the
shit.
hand, and then you got the foot, and then you got to remember Frank Miller was writing Ronin at the time, so
Oh,
it was
yeah,
basically
that's
a parody of Frank Miller comics.
Wow.
You should make a comic where they called the toes.
Yeah. the toes and the fingers.
Or the back.
Yeah.
Some Brazilian big booty girls come in there. Part of the butt.
Dances.
Working the pose and stuff.
Oh man. All right.
Hey, I'm just saying.
No, that's all good. It's all good.
So I gotta ask, the artwork on the group, is that from you or is that from one of the admins or a member?
Oh, we actually commissioned. We had a contest last month and commissioned out the artist
Oh, cool.
the logo.
Okay.
Wow.
We're trying to expand a little bit, and just for recognition purposes. And we actually commissioned out, and one of our fans came up with the graphic.
Right on.
Because now, do you do any art yourself?
I used to, but I really just don't have time for it anymore. So
gotcha.
I'm like, only if I'm like bored, I'll start drawing, or if I, yeah, I don't.
That's all good.
Well, then what, make no excuses. I don't even draw anymore, but I used to.
What are you playing then in terms of, obviously we talked a little bit about tabletop stuff for you, but in terms of gaming, are you doing any?
Right now, I just went back and downloaded Heavy Rain. I got it on PlayStation 4, Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls.
Okay.
And action RPG type stuff. My biggest franchise is Mass Effect.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah,
boy.
I'm thinking about firing up a playthrough right now. Actually.
God dang.
You sound just like fucking old Ninja.
You know what they need to do? They need to re-release that on the current consoles because I think
they really do. But BioShock is coming out too. So
really? Actually, Mass Effect 1 is backwards compatible on the Xbox.
I don't want basketball. I want them to
I want to remaster it.
Yeah, because there's a big problem with Mass Effect 1 is that the gameplay was fucking garbage.
Yeah.
And so if they took the gameplay from Mass Effect 2 and 3 and then put that in 1, it'd be a fucking great game.
Yeah.
So it's still a great game, but a lot of people that play the game, they're like, oh, I can't stand Mass Effect because, the gameplay in the first one, they were so bad.
It's funny, too, because you'll have a lot of people say, Mass Effect 1 is the best one. They never made it.
Yeah, I've met those.
Then it's like you play it, and it's like, man, I can't get through this shit.
Yeah, it's hard to get through. But I'm like, I tell everybody, look, if you get through this one game, treasures will come to you.
Yes.
Like, that's all you gotta do is get through this one game. And
all you gotta do is one time, just get through the game. Just bite the bullet. It's like Dragon Age 1. It's like you try to play it, and it's like, man, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
But, if you get through it, it's rewarding if you can get through it.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on them pushing the game back, the new Andromeda?
Hopefully they do better than the ending of Part 3. So
you didn't like the ending of Part 3?
Whatever time you do, whatever time they need to take it.
I didn't.
They left the franchise in a pretty shitty place.
Well, so you didn't like any of the endings, even the new updated one?
They made it work to where it was acceptable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the updated
they
ending
didn't make a good ending, but they made it work to where I'm not pissed anymore.
People still have strong feelings on this.
I
Go
still
ahead.
had strong feelings. To me, the updated ending was just more CGI sequence to explain the red, green, or blue ending.
Because that ending was a rewrite as well. They were supposed to do something with dark matter.
Yeah, there's a couple endings.
If you read any of the comics or the books, there's reference to what the ending was supposed to be. I don't know what the ending was supposed to be. But I suspect there's a poster that was out when Mass Effect 3 that was out where Commander Shepard stands up and looks off and he sees all the Reapers crashing. I really believe that was the first ending.
Possibly. Yeah, so when Casey Hudson, the executive producer, was doing Mass Effect 1, he had said the ending franchise should have at least 7 different endings, and there's only 3. Wow. And there's no matter what, you get what is referred to as the red, green, or blue ending, no matter what. And a lot of people were like, well, certain things weren't adding up, especially the storyline with the Geth. The Geth, if you got them to work on your side, it should change when it ending, and it doesn't. And I thought that was extremely upsetting. I thought that was like, I felt like they were running out of time, and they cut out some stuff.
One thing to keep in mind is that you were never going to please anybody with the ending for Mass Effect. You weren't going to please everybody, but
true.
Certain things should have paid off. There's like a scene with I want to say it's like the mini games or something where you have mini games where you go off to do something and then you just go to a planet and then it's just over.
Yeah, talking about the resource collection, right?
Yeah,
it just was stupid. Like in Part 2, you would go to a planet, it'd be something, you go there and you have a little mission or whatever. So it's like you had a lot of stuff like that in Mass Effect. It's like they cut corners.
Yeah,
I think the ending just came out of nowhere, and that's. I mean, there's some great moments in Mass Effect 3, but it just wasn't as good as it could have been, and that's why I was disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really disappointed, but I mean, I understand where people are coming from. Like, I didn't mind even the first 2 endings. I was like, all right, it's cool. But and I played it again for the third one, so I think I played the game probably 3 or 4 times. Mm-hmm. Like, it was so much fun. Yeah,
it is cool. I mean, I know
it's fun. It's just that if you can turn your brain off from the plot and then the stuff that you had invested in from the other 2 games, I guess it worked.
Yeah, kind of. Well, I have to ask, did you download the Citadel DLC?
Yep, that was good.
So that one I think was supposed to be like kind of a half-hearted apology, but it added more content to the game, and it was also a thank you to all the fans, which I was more pleased with that than I was with the ending of the fucking franchise.
Yeah. actually, if you look at that, I honestly think if they worked it to where they actually ended the game and then you had the Citadel DLC, it probably would have worked out better.
Yes, I totally agree.
Hey, so Jemal, what can we look forward to from Extraordinary Journey of a Black Nerd coming up later this year in 2016?
Well, we're actually trying to get to a couple cons or whatever, and we're looking at. I got a couple things going that I really don't want to talk about right now.
All right. Secret
But-
shit.
Yeah, I can't really get too heavy into it, but we do have a couple plans where we're gonna maybe expand a little bit off of Facebook. I got the website up. It's on planetejlbn.com. Right now we're expanded to Twitter, and we have a YouTube channel, but I haven't put any content on there yet, other than a couple random things that go along with articles I've written.
Oh, cool.
Expanding the empire. I like it.
Yeah, it's hard to expand because you have to take your focus away for a little bit from like some projects. You know,
It's just like if you're an admin on any type of page or group or whatever, as soon as you take your eye off of what your main focus is, then you're like, oh god, people are leaving and whatever. So it's like trying to find time.
Yeah. That's why I wish, like, even with this podcast, like, if this is like the only thing I was doing, if I didn't have a job, it'd be fucking awesome. You know,
Yeah.
It's like that damn job gets in the way. You know?
Yeah.
I know when it comes to editing video, like, man, it's a lot of times I'm like, I wish I didn't have a job so I could just fucking get all this shit done.
Yeah.
It's like crazy as hell.
Yeah.
There you go.
But it's fun. It's definitely enjoyable
Yeah, it's
doing
fun.
it.
It's a lot of fun, especially when you see something you haven't seen before. It's like, I don't know if you've seen any of it. Like, people are dropping the damn memes about the Rotten Tomatoes, about Civil War.
Yeah.
It's getting like 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, and DC is like still at 32.
Ooh,
So
shots
it's like
fired.
I've seen it, and it's like, whoa, shit, they already started.
You know what's funny is that, so I'm a fan of, I like both. You know what I mean? I'm not like, I'm not going to shit on DC. I'm not going to shit on Marvel. But I mean, I do prefer Marvel movies, but I still watch DC movies. And so when people say, you know, the DC movies has such a bad, Rotten Tomatoes score, but it's like, yeah, but they made a shitload of money. So I mean, people still watch the movie. Don't get me wrong, Batman vs Superman was not a great movie, but they made fucking money.
They did.
So obviously somebody's watching it, so I can't really argue with that.
But you gotta remember, man, it's all a game, man. Most of the shit that people put on Facebook not even real. I mean, put on social media isn't even real. The movie wasn't that bad. It was bad in spots that were like really bad, but it wasn't that bad.
Well, there was
Like
kind
me,
of,
mostly I get on there because, and I'm gonna just put this out here because it's just most admin do this. We just gauging fan. We just get engaged. Fan reaction.
yeah.
We know that once I post something, people are gonna troll it or whatever, share or whatever. And this is any form of entertainment.
Well, yeah, it's how you get views up.
It's just like what's trending. Okay, people shitting on Batman, Superman. I guess I'll shit on Batman, Superman today. I'll jump in and get in there with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was no Fantastic Four. I mean, I
Well,
think,
no, it wasn't. But I mean, the problems that they were there. There was problems there.
It had the same problems
Yeah.
Fantastic Four had now.
Well, Fantastic Four had no action, right? And I guess
I didn't see it.
on the same.
What happened was it's the same thing with all of those movies. You have the movie that's on screen, and then you have a lot of it cut out. So you have a lot of the continuity of the film isn't there on screen. So you have scenes that don't really make sense.
Yeah, I
you
totally
have
agree with
character development that doesn't make any sense. You have motivations that are off. And you can tell that the actors are putting their hearts into it, but it doesn't make sense because you have a shitty mindset of we have to spend more time building the world than we have building the movie. And that's the same thing the Star Wars prequels had. It was like we spent so much time building the world that we didn't really have time to develop these characters beyond the basics.
Well, yeah, and that's like, so those are kind of two problems. Like the Star Wars problem was because of George Lucas is not a good director, and this is like well-known fact.
But if you go back and look at the expanded universe, he built his world because you like if are you all reading the Anakin Obi-Wan comic?
No. Well, actually, my girlfriend is, but I mean, he didn't.
It's a great book, but it's firmly in George Lucas's world. He built the world that he wanted to build. It's just that he wasn't good at the character stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's not a good director. Like, he's a great
writer.
He's a great writer.
Yeah,
but he's not a good director. He's like
He's an ideas guy.
Exactly. Like he
He's
can't
more of an
direct.
ideas guy. I wouldn't even say he's a great writer. He's a great ideas guy. You have that guy that sometimes you just have in your team that's just constantly throwing ideas out. Like, hey, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this.
Yeah, because you can totally
But
tell.
you don't want to give him the ball. You just
Well, his ideas are worth $4 billion. So
Well, yeah, but he doesn't know how to tell somebody how to like act. Like he's not good at that at all. That's why the two most popular Star Wars movies are the ones that he didn't direct. So actually 3, because I mean the new one just came out and that was great, and he didn't direct it.
Oh, there you go. So Jemal, where can we I guess find you besides just the Facebook or whatever online? You mentioned Twitter, you mentioned YouTube that's starting up. How do folks that are listening to this find out more about Extraordinary Journey of a Black Nerd?
They can just look up Planet EJOBN. I'm all over social media. You can look that up. You'll find me. You'll find us.
There you go. There you go.
Planet EJOBN. We're everywhere.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time. The group is awesome. It's lit. I love everything that's posted on there for the most part. And I just love interacting with all the folks, including yourself on there.
That's it. It's just a quick story. Like, I'm into steampunk, right? And I don't really know a lot of black folks that's into steampunk.
You got one right here.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't run into a lot of black folks. You can say, hey, are you into steampunk or nothing like that? So I had posted something, and I had about 20 people chimed in on that post.
Yep.
Shit fucked me up because I just, it just fucked me up because you don't run into that. So that's the feeling I got right there is the same feeling I want everybody else to have to interact with us. You might not see other people that's into stuff, but when you have a community that's there for you.
That's awesome, man. That's exactly what the hell we're all about too.
Yeah, man, I think that totally embodies what that group is about. Because like I said, when I joined, that's what I felt like. It's funny because, like you were saying, I think I've seen like steampunk cosplay from black people in that group. Like not a lot, but just enough to be like,
Key and Peele.
That shit was fucking hilarious.
Steampunk is fucking great, man.
Oh man,
They need more steampunk movies, though. You know what I mean? I will say they're few and far between.
Yeah, cyberpunk too.
Yeah, ooh, cyberpunk, even more so.
Well, I think cyberpunk might be coming back.
There you go.
We'll see. We'll see how it holds up.
All right, fam. Thank you so much. I know it's late over there in Detroit. Stay safe out there in them streets, though.
Oh man, don't do me like that. Don't do my city like that.
No, Detroit's coming back.
I heard you can't drink water there. Is that true?
No,
I'm just not Detroit. No, it's like Flint's my place.
That's Flint. That's a whole nother.
Actually, hold on. What are your So the last person we asked about this, we got a bullshit answer. What are your thoughts on the Flint crisis about water? Since you live it,
man. It's fucked up. All parties involved, man. It's the government. They knew about it. They didn't do nothing about it. I don't think you can sit up and just blame the governor because he's just the governor. What about the city? What about the feds? They knew about this shit. People over there dying right now.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit. Something should have been done by now.
yeah, kids are all fucked up. I'm like, that's kind of
Kids
the
are
worst
fucked
part.
up.
is that
They
kids
have
are
to
fucked
drink
up.
water. So what you gonna do if you in the house and you just can't get out?
Yeah, exactly.
They should have did something. But it's the same thing. Whenever you have a community of minorities and they have a crisis like that, we already know history repeats itself
Yeah,
over and over again.
and it's a shame that it doesn't get more media because it's still going on to this day, and I still don't see a lot of media attention about it, and I still don't see a resolution.
Nope.
It's like I see that there's some celebrities that are donating water, but it's like
you have communities going from driving from Detroit to Flint or from Bloomfield to Flint for water, and your feds haven't jumped in and really did the job that they should have did. It's a damn shame.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucking bullshit. Like people are paying taxes for shit like this, and they're not getting help.
Wasn't there like
Yeah,
a bunch of
you got the owner of the Detroit Pistons doing more than the government, and I hate to say it, but your president is black too.
Yep. This is true. That's real.
Why you say you're president?
But I mean, our president is black too. I mean,
No.
it's just one of the
Well, but
things
he's
I
also-
think about. I don't put.
he's
my
also
personal
white, though,
views
too.
Like her too often because I might infuriate people, but
No,
you
make
can say,
them
hey, we
mad.
don't
Make
give a
them
fuck.
mad. We uncensored.
I'll say I didn't vote for that motherfucker, so because I knew what he was all about, and I was like, I ain't vote for this dude, so fuck him. Yeah.
There we go.
but
no,
no,
say
I
what you
try to
got.
Keep that separate.
Yeah.
Well, all right. But no, you
Just
can.
know I think it's bullshit.
All right, that's good enough.
Well,
There we go.
you have redeemed Michigan.
Yeah,
Podcast. Thank you very much.
there's some good people out there.
Actually, we're going to release the podcast probably tomorrow.
Oh, good.
The bad interview that we had with this dude from Michigan,
Yeah,
and
dude.
it was awful. We asked the same question, and he just couldn't answer. Like he gave some bullshit. And I was
He
just like,
started talking
what the
about
fuck?
his female next to him. And
Yeah.
some other
Jamal,
shit.
he was so high. It was actually like the worst interview, but it turned out to be great because people thought it was so bad that they wanted to hear it. You know what I mean?
Actually, W. Kamau Bell knew about it. Yeah, I was like, wow, you fucking serious?
Like, it's like the ghetto preacher from California.
No to the no.
Hell no.
Hell no.
All right, thank you so much, fam. We appreciate you. We'll see you online, and much love to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Have a good night,
Y'all
man.
take care.
All
Take
right,
care.
all right.
Later.
Peace. All right.
All right.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was
Good
fun.
shit.
So you guys are gonna hear some shit in the background because I forgot to print the goddamn subjects and
All
stuff.
right,
I got
all
it.
right. That's all right.
We can start with the
yeah,
topic.
we can still start with it.
I'll print them up. So.
All right. One of the first things to give a quick shout out, we had a winner to the Expanse contest. So I have already mailed out. It was Brooklyn's first.
It was Brooklyn's finest.
Brooklyn's
wasn't it?
finest. Goddamn it! I
Damn.
fucked up.
I want a tape.
It was a Black Lisp. So anyway, Brooklyn's finest did get, and he does live in Brooklyn. He did get a copy of the Blu-ray and digital version of season 1 of The Expanse. With just for actually using the hashtag I love the Expanse and participating in our contest. We are legitimate when we say we having a contest and a free giveaway.
We sure are.
Yeah.
We give shit away.
Yeah, we did. So our past winner, Mile High Blurred, and to our new winner, Brooklyn's Finest. There you go. You're welcome.
Hell
From
yeah!
BVN
So-
BTI. We need
yeah.
an applause like soundbite. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
wait.
They just actually applause. How about that?
that
do it
sounds like
later.
someone's masturbating.
Oh, we got one of those too. Though.
There you go.
Well, that sounds needed though.
All right. Should we talk about what's going?
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
That's your clap.
So should we move on to what's going down in North Carolina?
Yeah, go ahead. Set that up.
So North Carolina has passed this like law that is anti-LGBT,
Hold on.
What?
which is
Shout out to Becky.
yeah, shout out to Becky.
We recorded live.
Yeah. So a lot of entertainers and one particular website is blocking access to people who live in North Carolina to their site. And this site is a porn site, X-Hamster.
Oh, I use them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Yeah. It's definitely one of my
They're
favorites.
the reason why you can Google hamsters.
Yeah. That's kind of true.
What if they were extreme hamsters?
Oh,
God damn it!
damn.
Like ruined some poor hamster's career.
Yeah.
I can do backflips.
So I had posted a quote from their CEO about, I can't remember it right now, but he was talking about they had the metrics of the people that use the site from that state.
Wow.
And he posted like their most searched
All lesbian porn.
topic.
probably.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was lesbian or not, but it was funny because he's like, "Oh, this state does this X amount of traffic. Well, we're gonna deny you this because of this."
Wow.
You know what they should have done? This would have been way more trolly. Is that they should have made everything they click on from North Carolina all hard fucking core gay porn.
Yeah.
Dude gay porn. Everything you clicked on was just hardcore dude on dude, like multiple
Jones
dicks
on
everywhere.
Jones.
Yeah.
They should have like a human centipede of just guys.
Oh, fucking God.
Oh, just like
Yeah.
a train, just dudes
Yeah.
just inside another dude that's playing the other dude.
Aren't there copycat states to North Carolina doing the same bullshit?
Possibly, probably in that Bible Belt doing the same thing. But hey, just know that, as American, you should not be standing for discrimination, and this is a form of discrimination.
Oh,
and
definitely.
So you should know that if you are unpopular, if you have gonna practice this kind of hatred and discriminatory act, you're gonna have repercussions, and
Yeah,
this
no
is
shit.
one of them. So not only this site, but then like artists such as Ringo Starr,
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen, couple other artists are not performing in the state,
Yeah,
and
they
they're supposed to
canceled their
perform.
shows.
Yeah, all their shows are canceled, all because of this law. And I think the state, the governor, mayor, all of them should realize what they're doing, and the country's looking at you.
There's a possibility that I think it was the NBA All-Star Game, I believe, that may not actually come there. Someone like Charles Barkley or someone like that was
Possibly.
mentioning, hey, it needs to avoid that state based on some of these same discriminatory laws. So
What I'm seeing every day is another celebrity denying the state their practice.
Yeah.
Or denying a show, denying, a talk even. This they need to reassemble, reevaluate, and just get rid of this law.
Well, it's super reactionary in terms of why they put this law into place. Nobody was really being hurt. They tried to make up some bullshit statistics. Trying to say, it's in defense of like children and other shit that just wasn't true, just flat out mythology and lies.
Well, so there's.
Go ahead.
How do I put this? So part of it I can understand. Look, if your child is in like elementary school, and other kids are in elementary school, then you don't want to have boys and girls like in the same bathroom.
Yeah.
However,
if it's multi-stalled,
yes, you don't want to have. I mean, because you just don't like kids aren't have to worry about enough shit when they're kids. But I get it that you're if you do that and there is really a kid that's that young that identifies as male or female, then they're going to be ostracized or I guess alienated. But at the same time, though, if they do that, they're still going to get from the school and from kids. They're going to get kind of made fun of. So
it's going to be hard.
You can't protect them from that.
Yeah.
But what they're saying though, the scenario they always try to pull is that, well, what if an adult's going in the bathroom with a kid, and it's like, well, why the fuck that wouldn't really happen? Like, there's no. Look at the statistics for transgender sex crimes.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee you they're pretty fucking close to zero.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's not. They're just going to the bathroom and use the fucking bathroom.
Yeah.
So they need to stop with that bullshit. And they're making up shit that doesn't really happen. And that fucking shit pisses me off.
Yeah, and then basing laws off of it. It's complete bullshit. And anyway, we don't stand for it. I hope that something changes. It's still illegal in several states in this country to have straight male on female oral or anal sex.
Yeah, so that whole that's in Michigan too. We should have talked about him about that.
Yeah. Jemal. Yeah.
Yeah, they outlawed sodomy again. It's just like, thanks for going back to biblical days, you fucking assholes.
Yeah.
The fuck?
So you can't. I think we went over this before, but sodomy isn't just anal sex; it's also oral sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're getting head at all, then you're breaking the law in Michigan.
Yeah.
You better stop it.
That's fucking ridiculous, because getting head is fucking awesome.
So
and you know what? Eating pussy is awesome, too. So,
So from the ex-Hampshire CEO, he talks about what's searched from North Carolinians. He says they get 400,000 hits for the term transsexual.
Wow.
Just from that state.
Wow.
And also, he had an exact number, 319,907 for gay.
Wow.
Just in that state alone.
It's like that situation with like the preacher who like was banning gay shit and stuff like that, but turned out to be gay himself.
yeah, it's probably fucking kids.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Look, if you're denying part of yourself, look, we all gotta fuck. That's what we're all designed to do. Like, pass on our, genetics and shit. And if you're not doing it, then there's a problem.
You're gonna shoot up a school.
In school, or you're gonna fuck some kids if you're in the church.
that's terrible.
So,
Yeah, it's all kind of
it's
bad.
fucked up to say, but that shit happens all the time.
I guess that explains that whole preacher thing.
Yeah, if there was any other goddamn group of people where they were like a fucking old man was fucking a kid in a goddamn broom closet,
Yeah.
the group would be shut down. But for some reason, their Catholic Church.
Money.
Right.
There's a lot
Yeah.
more involved, but yeah.
There you go. So
It's
we're
still
all
bad.
against it and fuck them.
Yeah, so
But if you're a listener from North Carolina, we want you to keep listening, but fuck your state. Write your
Yeah,
comments.
and-
Yeah.
Give us your opinion too, like in the comments down below in the YouTube or even on SoundCloud. Let us know what your opinion is on
Yeah.
the whole topic.
Yeah, honest opinions. Even if you say you wish they don't have rights, then we'll tell you how you're a fucking asshole.
There you go.
yeah.
All right, what's this about Charlize?
Oh, so Charlize was
They're wrong.
Charlize Theron has been announced as the main villain in the next Fast and
Oh, she's
Furious
the
game.
villain?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
the main villain, and they're talking about pros and cons. Well, not pros and cons, but they're saying that she will be the ultimate villain for the
Oh, I
cast.
can't even do it now. I can't keep up.
trying
I
to do it with
fucking
the
ruined
agreement.
it.
Yeah, you fucked up with the
ruined it.
camera. So if you're watching, Cronus fucked up his little xenomorph trying to freak people out.
But yeah, of course she can pull it off.
Yeah, of course.
She's-
I mean, a lot of people. It's because of her success as Furiosa from Mad Max that they're like, she's totally capable of being this badass chick.
How did you not see her in like Monster? You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, from the studio perspective, because she's still on that high metric. People are like still watching Mad Max to this day.
Was she
And
in
still-
Snow White and the Hunchman?
yeah.
The Hunch? Yeah, which comes out this month
The
actually.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah, yeah, she plays the villain.
Be a fucked up movie.
The evil queen. So I mean, I think because she,
Hold on. She wakes up and there's this fucked up looking monster above her kissing her and shit. It's like, oh, what the fuck? Anyway,
What the fuck? So I think this is great for the franchise because this will be the first like real female villain. I mean, you kind of had your girl Michelle Rodriguez flip flop a little bit, but this will be actual villain. She'll probably have her own crew.
well, you don't know. I mean, she could be Michelle Rodriguez, but
She could.
You haven't read the script. You
We
haven't
haven't.
read
Yeah,
anything, so
who knows?
they're all just
Rewind the tapes.
Yeah.
speculation.
It is speculation, but I think this is good for the franchise as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun franchise.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
Plus, The Rock is back. Jason
course.
Statham already said, like, when the other movie dropped, that he's back. This is going to be great.
How the hell is he gonna be back? Oh
in
no, he's
jail.
still alive.
He's in jail. Yeah, he didn't die.
He can break out. I mean, all the other fucking shit he did.
She may break him out. Who knows?
All right, staying on movies.
If it's the sister, I'm gonna be pissed.
yeah.
Can't be like, you can't do the sibling again. Goddamn. Then it's the dad, then the mom, then the grandmother. Let's stop it.
the nephew, the cousin twice removed.
Staying on movies with them Star Wars, what you got?
Which part is?
Go with the Rogue One.
Rogue One.
Oh shit!
Beer.
Oh,
Give me a goddamn beer!
yeah.
Which one you want? God damn!
I did the DTs here. Jesus.
I saw this in there. God dang it!
Rogue One.
Rogue One trailer dropped, and I saw it.
People were bitching about it.
Yeah. So one. What do y'all think? First, before we get into that, what y'all think
It
of the
looks fucking
trailer?
awesome.
Yeah.
It looked awesome. Except for what's the name being in it, kind of threw me out of it.
What's his name?
Oh,
You talking
Lauren
about Forrest
Lazy Eye,
Whitaker?
Forrest
Yeah.
Whitaker. But it had Donnie Yen, so that evens it out.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
cool. When I saw him, I was like, "Oh shit!"
And he's not a Jedi.
And he's not a Jedi. Yeah.
What is he?
He's part of the crew.
Okay.
This is not an episode. This is like an anthology film.
So how do we know he's not a
side
Jedi?
film. He
Oh,
guess that's
I
true.
think that's a stump.
Well, no. So they specifically, Catherine
showed him for like a
Kennedy. She said this is a movie that doesn't have Jedi. However, Darth Vader's in it, so we'll see.
Okay, so you don't know if he's a Jedi or not.
Well, they said this movie won't focus on Jedi's, and they won't have it.
Well, but you just... God damn it! Stop revising shit! We don't know if he's a Jedi.
We don't
or not.
know.
He's
Yeah.
a slippery motherfucker,
Yeah.
ain't he? So this is in between 3 and 4, right?
Yes.
Okay. Episode 3 and 4.
Yeah,
rather.
this is. I think this literally takes place like probably months before
It's
4.
the story of how they got the Death Star plans.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So this kind of sad because like if you've played any of the Dark Forces games, this will like take away Kyle Katarn, who's been around for actually years, because he's the main guy in the PC games and some of the console games where he stole the Star Wars plan or the Death Star plans.
Yeah, but obviously that wasn't canon.
Yeah, it's not canon, but he was a very popular character. That he's been in books,
It was
he's
a
been in
popular
games.
game, though. I mean,
Yeah, the game was great.
I played them.
I played. Yeah, I think I have all of them except for one. But I mean,
There's only 2 though.
but then wait, no, there's several. 'Cause,
games?
Yeah, there's several games. So there's Dark Forces 2, the Jedi Knight one, and then,
Are we looking this up?
yeah, and then there's Dark Forces 3, Jedi Outcast, and then there's Jedi Academy where he's in and he's not the star.
All right. While Kronos is looking that up, fact checking your bullshit.
Yeah, well,
So some people were upset because what?
the lead character is female.
No, it's because she's British again or something like that.
And it's because
No,
she's
they
female.
said she was female. Yeah.
Really though?
Yeah,
We're
some
doing this
people-
again.
Once she was female, first it was about she's being female. Then someone else jumped. Actually, on our post was talking about a British female saving the galaxy again. But I was like, I mean, if you read the Twitter trolls, they jumped out and was full of hate about how a woman doing this and how it wasn't just like all kinds of bullshit.
Yeah. Ray shut everybody up. I mean, I thought she knocked it out of the fucking
I
park.
thought so,
I don't know
too.
how you could complain about Ray in Force Awakens.
But people were complaining about Rogue One, saying that Disney's doing it again, and Social Justice Warriors won, and can we have a male lead? And I'm going to say this: if you feel that your masculinity is that fragile, and it's attacked by having a female lead, then don't fucking watch it.
I can't believe you used that
I did.
masculinity so fragile.
I did.
yeah,
Fuck your
how dare
feelings.
you.
Yeah, I did. But I think this is great for the franchise because in the original series we only had Leia, and then later on we had Mon Mothma, and that was it. Like everything else was all dudes.
Okay,
and I think
but I mean, we've rectified a lot of things with the fact that Force Awakens and episode 8 and probably 9 are going to have
A female lead.
Rey as really one of the faces of the franchise, and that's perfectly fine. She knocked it out of the park in Force Awakens. People are just wrong. And just hating.
Plus, also, she is the character that Felicity Jones, I believe that's her name. She plays Jan Erso. She's part of a team. Yeah. It's not just her. So
I mean, she's the focus of the movie.
She is, she's like the leader of the team. But
anyway, so people that complain about, oh, it's another girl in Star Wars. Look, how many fucking white dudes are in movies?
Yeah.
All right, every goddamn movie, almost every fucking movie is a white dude as a lead. So can we fucking stop?
Yeah.
It's fucking 2016. We understand there's more people on this planet other than white males. I mean, I'm not all about fucking push for super diversification or whatever just for the sake of, but I don't give a fuck if the lead in another Star Wars movie happens to be a female that's also English. It doesn't fucking matter. Just watch the movie.
If this is a
long as
purple
she-
tentacle monster, it shouldn't matter.
As long as she knocks it out of the fucking park.
Yeah.
If she fails at it, I'm going to be relentless with my shit talk.
But we have no reason to believe that's going to be a shitty movie.
Exactly.
Unlike Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
All right?
yeah,
Like,
that
we're
looks
pretty
awful.
sure that's fucking awful.
No, I'm positive. What was the consensus? What did we find out about them games? Yeah,
There were a couple, but one was an expansion, so there was 3.
Okay.
So.
Oh yeah, Mysteries of the Sith with Mara Jade.
Good
she was
shit.
another one.
All right, so I'm all on board with Star Wars. Did any of you guys watch? What was it? Didn't Rebels have a finale like last week?
Star Wars Rebels?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't watch it either.
Yeah, I fell off of it.
I needed to. Yeah, I need
If
to
we're
get
not
back
watching it,
into
let's not talk about it.
No, it's all good. Then fuck it.
I need to watch
No,
it.
let's have Old Ninja fucking speculate.
No.
What happened in the movie? Or in the
All
show?
right, what else
I
we
don't
got? What else we got on
What do you
here?
want to move on to? There's a lot on here.
Oh, can I
what?
go off on a rant real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Which
yeah.
one? Your
About the
Spanish
goddamn
rant?
Spanish and goddamn Brazilian Portuguese.
Oh, let me get my beer.
Yeah, so we've been doing
Got my revive.
these React videos, which I mean, it's kind of like it's good, but it's bad. So I mean, it's good because like we get views, but it's bad because first of all, we don't get fucking paid for them because they're all copyrighted, right? Because we're reacting to somebody else's work.
Yeah.
And obviously, like I wish there was a way we could just assign the views to the actual artist, but you can't. So I have to wait. We have to wait for them to do a copyright claim on us. Anyway, that's another fucking video.
Yeah,
we'll do
exactly.
separately. All right. So anyway, we did a reaction video for it was one of the Anita videos, right? And then we had the professor came in here who can speak Spanish, and it was for a song called something Poderosa or something like that.
Yeah.
And so I had him, do the intro and say what the name of the thing was, and he fucked up the name. And then I was laughing. I was like, see, he fucks him up too, and he can speak Spanish.
Oh.
And so a couple days later, the video gets released. People are like, people in Brazil don't speak Spanish. Look, motherfuckers, I know that. I know you don't speak Spanish. I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. My instructor speaks fucking Brazilian Portuguese. He's from Brazil. I know you motherfuckers don't speak Spanish. All right. However,
Ooh.
if you're speaking Brazilian Portuguese and somebody is speaking Spanish, you guys can kind of understand each other way more than somebody that speaks English that is listening to you speak Spanish or Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese. And you guys fucking know that for a fucking fact, because I know it for a fucking fact. So stop it with your stupid bullshit, all right? The funny thing is that the word that he was using, it means powerful in both Spanish and Brazilian Portuguese.
Well, damn.
Imagine that shit. Imagine that shit.
So the internet got in their feelings and got butthurt for nothing?
For nothing. They want to just, oh my God, somebody else thinks that we speak Spanish. I didn't say that Brazilians speak Spanish. I said he speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
And that he could, I'm saying he is in the professor who was behind me at the time, and that he could probably pronounce this shit better than we can, which he should because the word was also in fucking Spanish.
Ignorant ass question here. I know obviously the majority of Brazilians speak Brazilian Portuguese, but are you telling me that nobody over there also speaks as a foreign language Spanish too?
No, so the thing is, you don't really need to because they understand each other. So
Okay.
somebody that,
Alright.
like, literally, this Mauricio talks to people in Spanish all the time, but he'll speak in, like, Brazilian Portuguese, but they can, it's almost like they're just, like, a little bit off, but they can still understand each other.
There you go.
It'd be
Okay.
like if I was talking to somebody with a super thick fucking Irish accent.
I got
Like, you
you.
can kind of understand it, but some shit you're just like, what?
Yeah, what'd you say, you limey motherfucker?
Yeah. But that's literally how it is. And,
Yeah.
I know that, and I hate when people think, they're thinking that we're just some dumb fucking Americans that don't know shit about the world. But we're not. I mean, we're very respectful of other cultures. Shit, we're fucking commenting on goddamn Brazilian videos and
K-pop.
fucking K-pop
Yeah.
videos and all kinds of crazy shit. And it's funny how we see like a war in the comments about, oh, Formula ain't better than goddamn Anita. I'm just like, well, I appreciate both of them. So,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Anita's ass though. That shit.
Yeah.
Look, I appreciate K-pop way more than I ever did based on our reacts. I didn't know any of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And so apparently we got to do a bunch more BTS ones because they're like, oh, there were babies in this video. I was like, okay, well, I don't know shit about BTS, so we'll do some more, I guess.
Actually, I just realized that my first K-pop video I saw a while ago, which I hope that we react to, because it fucked up my mind. But it was actually a 4-minute one, or one of the girls from 4 Minute.
Yeah, so somebody actually commented that, so the girl from 4 Minute that actually has her own video, Hyuna, I probably fucked up that name. I don't speak fucking Korean.
That's about right.
So she was actually in Psy's video.
Oh, yeah, she was.
Yeah, I didn't know that at all. And then somebody actually broke down to me.
Wait, in Gundam Style?
Yeah, they do a remix to it, and she's in it.
Okay.
Oh, this is the first one, too.
Is she in the first one?
Yeah, I think when he's yelling at somebody's ass, I think that's her.
Oh, shit, that's a famous scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so somebody else also broke down, like, the whole K-pop goddamn industry. I didn't know there was, like, 3 or 4 companies that actually produce these people, and then, like, they all get together, and they usually, like, they're together for like a year and they break up and shit like that. So there's only like a couple of like actual groups that are together for a long time.
Oh wow!
It's like BTS, 4 Minute. There's a couple other ones that have been around for a while, and they're basically They're usually mass produced.
Okay.
So I was asking like, why the fuck are they wearing makeup?
Yeah.
Like, well, in Korea everything's got to be perfect. But I'm like, but the dude's wearing fucking lipstick.
Yeah,
but I guess that's like a thing there. Like you have to look perfect.
Okay.
There. So.
All right. Well, whatever works. Did you ask them about StarCraft though? That's what I want to know.
I did not. I should though. 'Cause they're like, hold on, I gotta pause the game to reply to you. Yeah. Nobody even said that was racist either, because it's fucking true. Y'all know it's true. It's a goddamn national pastime over there. It's like saying that people in America don't like playing baseball.
Yeah.
Because we do.
Yeah.
I don't like baseball, but everybody in America fucking loves baseball. It's a national pastime.
There you go. All right. Our homie, Root Login had a question.
Oh. Hashtag ass be than BTI.
We stole that from Earth Girls in terms of this ass stuff, and it's a good promo thing.
I wanted to have hashtag ask a Negro, but
that got vetoed.
Yeah.
So his ask be than BTI was where'd it go? Oh,
9.
yeah. So from Mr. Robot, which we talked about extensively when it was on the air last summer for season 1, what did we think of the gay sex scene in Mr. Robot on season 1? Trolling us already. Kronos, what you got?
that shit was fucking. I mean, it was awesome because it was so fucking random.
Yeah.
Like, and it showed like how fucking crazy this dude was. Like, not only did he beat the shit out of some fucking homeless dude, and he paid him for it, but then he's like fucking dudes and shit, and he's got a pregnant wife. I was like, God damn, it was so random. It was great.
Yeah.
I was like super confused. I was like, wait, what's going on here? He's got like a beautiful wife, and he's,
She's hot as fuck.
she's fine. But then he like fucked that dude. I was like, damn. But then I understood why he did it. Like he was trying to get to his phone, and
Wait.
I wouldn't go that far for pretty much anything.
Yeah, I mean,
no, but he was working to try to get to the top, so he would pretty much do anything.
I heard it was a power bottom though.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like he was powered top because he was thrusting.
Yeah.
I mean, he fucked that one dude's wife too. So while she was on the toilet,
No,
fuck.
he didn't fuck.
No, you're right.
He didn't fuck. He was about
He
to
just snapped head that pussy though.
Yeah,
He was
it's
looking at
cool.
it. Yeah.
but he tried having sex with her on the roof before
Yeah.
he choked the fuck out of her.
Yeah.
Fucking and punching.
What do you think,
For me,
Jose?
that shit fucked me up because it was actually fairly fucking graphic. Like, you see dude bent over and you see butt cheeks slapping, and I was like, is this fucking HBO or is this fucking USA? Like, what the fuck is going on? And like Cronus and Blue were saying, I was confused because I was like, wait, is he cheating on his wife? Does his wife know that he's bi or gay or what the fuck? Like, I wouldn't be, after watching subsequent episodes, I figured that she probably knew and was okay with him fucking other dudes. So I was like, this is that's when I knew this show is super fucked up. And I can't wait for season 2.
It was great.
It gave me the feeling like this show will go anywhere. Nobody's safe. You don't. Anything you think you know about a character
His
is
booty
wrong.
wasn't safe.
Yeah.
Because I like shit and I wash it.
So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. It was still a awesome show. That scene didn't take away from it being a great series. You know what I mean? And we'll watch it again.
So we have a question from the audience from a something cast, who is
Oh.
also our intro. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
They had a question of who do we think Rey is in Star Wars,
Oh, that's a great question.
and I think it is.
I thought we answered this before. No,
Let's answer it
We'll
again.
answer again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Luke Skywalker's daughter.
Okay.
So, because when you see the fucking ship leaving, I'm pretty sure that's Luke Skywalker's ship that leaves.
All right, that's
and it was calling to her, and that was it has to be a bloodline thing that was calling to her.
That's the best guess online for most people. But anybody else got any other theories?
No, I mean I agree with Kronos. The same thing. For me, I think it was more about the lightsaber that called to her, and when she touched it, all these flashes and these images.
Show us on the bear where she touched it.
Oh, show us on the lightsaber where you touched it. I think I agree with Cronus. I believe that she is Luke's long lost daughter. Actually, I think he abandoned her there to protect her, and they just reunited, and we're gonna find out.
So
Eventually.
they said something cast. They said Rey Kenobi.
Yeah.
That would be fucking interesting.
So originally in the original
another-
script, the guy Stephen Arch, that's his name. They were talking about doing Kenobi's daughter, but she would have been older because he's an old dude. So
Maybe. I mean,
but they were talking about that in the first draft. Apparently, they talked about Kenobi having a kid and having a daughter.
I'm gonna go with the dark horse on this one, even though I know it's fucking wrong. But I'm gonna say
Don't say Mace Windu's daughter.
no.
I'll fuck
It's
you up.
Kylo Ren's fucking twin fucking sister.
I thought it was a twin,
on
too.
some bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twin,
That's
too.
not
That's what I thought.
that's another popular theory. That's not a dark horse. A lot of people were saying that. So.
You know what I want? I want her to be just a random fucking person. I don't
That'd
want her
be
to
cool.
be any Skywalkers or whatever, because that family's had their storyline fucking told. We need to have another person's point of view of having the force on them.
Good point. Well, now that we have Rogue One, immediately everyone was talking about Jern Erso being Rey's mom. So I don't know. I mean,
it's possible.
It's possible, but I wouldn't want that either. I'd rather it be I'd rather her be either a Skywalker or an unknown, like a new bloodline, new something.
I just wanted to be even more badass and play the role of Tomb Raider Laura Croft soon.
I want her.
Joe called that shit from.
Oh yeah, he did. He did. I just
What
want.
the fuck are they? I don't see them in the chat room.
I don't
They're
know.
watching the Warrior game.
Or the Laker game.
There you go.
Yeah, I just want them to go to lightsaber school, like Mace Windu said. Learn some skills. God dang it.
There you go.
All right, next question from Ask Beer Than BTI.
Let's do it. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it will be from Mishka Black.
Oh, okay.
From what the fuck just happened?
Earth girls are easy. God damn,
you
he brave farted.
Blank.
You
Holy
brave
shit.
farted.
I'm so sorry, Mishka. Jesus. Anyway, if we had superpowers, would we be a villain or a hero, and why?
Okay, I'll start this one off. I'm going villain. Hardcore villain. Either on some Joker chaotic evil stuff or pay me now on some Deathstroke. I'll kill everybody and get paid for it.
You won't be a mercenary or anything?
But yeah, for Deathstroke, yeah, the Deathstroke style. Either that or the Joker, yeah. But go ahead. What y'all got?
I would be a hero, of course. And why is because I'm a decent person? Yeah, how about that?
All right. What you got? What y'all got?
I think I'll go the hero route too, just because all the comics I read are all superheroes and stuff like that. So I'll go the good route, but it depends on what my power is. Because I might do some bad shit in the beginning, but then learn the error of my ways and then become good.
Damn.
I'll be like the Punisher.
Oh shit!
All right, what you got, old ninja?
Yeah, I'd probably be like the movie Hancock, just like chilling and shit.
Hold on, pre-recorded live is here.
Oh, right on.
what up, fam?
What up?
We called him out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be like Hancock, like sleeping till noon and then waking up and do I really want to chase them? And people are screaming. I'm like, fine, I guess.
He was
Help
a
them
terrible
out.
superhero.
Exactly. That'd be me. And then until I ran into Hancock.
On Will Smith.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
a
then
good movie though.
Yeah, and then when I run into Prodigy, I'd slap him around a few times.
Whatever.
All right, so go on the next.
We got another great question at hashtag AskBTI. This one's from our boy Cake Man, and he's asking our thoughts on Bomani Jones, who is an ESPN analyst and maybe journalist or reporter. He was that was hilarious.
I fucking love doing that shit.
He was
It's just that quick motion fucked me. I was like, what the fuck?
Bomani Jones was wearing a Cleveland Indians alternate jersey or alternate shirt that actually had the face of a white man with a money sign where the feather would be for the Cleveland Indians logo that said Caucasians on it. He wore that on Mike and Mike last week. It was a t-shirt. It got people feeling one way or another very strongly about it all this past week. And Cake Man wants to know our thoughts on that.
See how he had that money sign above that white head? See?
Yeah, well, it was all intentional.
And
It was
what
all
did Old
intentional on
Ninja
the
say?
logo.
Old Ninja said many casts ago that white people.
Here we go. What you gonna say?
Capitalism, that culture.
Dude, I like making money, so you can go somewhere. So, get in here.
Yeah, I have thoughts. So anybody that's offended by that is fucking stupid because Caucasian is not a derogatory term. It's not.
Okay.
Like, I think it would have been actually more appropriate if it had said like crackers on it.
Oh.
Because that's pretty much actually that doesn't even equate. There's no white word that equates to the offensiveness that being called red when your skin isn't red.
Oh, yeah.
Like for the Washington Redskins.
Yeah, for the Western, because that's what it's about, right? That's what the same. No.
This was it's
It's
a
for the Indians.
Cleveland Indians. Cleveland
Yeah,
Indians.
but they're not from. That's what I'm saying. They're not from fucking India.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's another team that should be changed.
Yeah.
But there's no Caucasian derogatory term that hits that level.
Can I really quickly say, Stanford University used to have an Indian logo similar to the Cleveland Indians, way back, and they actually changed it to now they're the Stanford Cardinals or Cardinal.
A fucking tree, which is lame, but whatever.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, for a very prestigious university to make that change, you can't tell me that Cleveland or Washington has no ability to make the change for similar reasons.
So to answer Cake Man's actual question, no, I do not think it's offensive. I think it's pointing out a problem in a very PC manner, and people are trying to make it offensive when it's not actually offensive. It's not ever offensive for me to call somebody from Europe Caucasian at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think Kronos brought up a good point because there's no real word that stings a white person. Like, you can call them Caucasian, you can call them redneck, you can call them cracker, and none of it has the pull of like the words that you call like a minority. But Pre-Recorded Live brought up that if you call them racist, that gets them riled up. And I think that's a great. Yeah,
it gets decent white people.
Oh yeah,
fucking riled up.
Or what's
another race is like, whatever, nigger.
Oh,
fuck.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm talking to a grand wizard, of course he's gonna say that. But if you get someone that works at like an office job and you call them a racist, they'll be puff up and be like, oh my god, no.
I think his T-shirt, which was like just a small act, seemingly or on the surface, actually proved a larger point. You know what I mean?
How long ago was this?
A week ago. Yeah, it was on the Mike and Mike television. Well, it's television and a podcast or whatever on ESPN. I think it proved a whole lot of points about people's feelings when it comes to something that was basically reversed. The Cleveland Indians jersey is literally a caricature of a Native American person. That's what it is. And you could see, like, throughout the history of that franchise, they've had very offensive caricatures of Native American people, and it's still going on to this day. Even with that logo.
if there was a team called the Sambos, I think that would.
The Aunt Jemima.
That would be
that's
bad.
What it is. That's
really
kind
of the same thing. So, I mean, unfortunately, there's not a huge population of Native Americans, but they have voiced about how they felt about the names in those teams, especially with the Washington Redskins. There's a tribe that lives around the area. They've spoken out about it.
Let me drop some quick knowledge about the Washington Redskins real quickly. Redskin, if you look it up in Webster's dictionary right now, it will actually come up as a racial slur. In the dictionary, it's a racial slur. There's no defense for it.
Yeah.
None whatsoever. And this logo, even though some people are going to say, well, Cleveland Indians, Indian is kind of a race, even though it's wrong or whatever. No, it's a caricature of Native Americans. It has very little to do with what they would consider respectful depictions of themselves.
Yeah. If you ever watch this French movie called Brotherhood of the Wolf.
That's a great movie, by the way.
Yeah, it is a really good movie. Yeah, it's really long.
Say...
how do you say eggplant?
You know what we hear is that whenever you watch a movie and there's like a Native American in it, it's most likely an Italian person playing that role. Like they rarely ever have actual Native Americans in those movies.
Well, in Brother of the Wolf, they have Mark Dacascos as the American Indian, and they go to a whorehouse, and one of the whores is like, "I'll take the redskin." No. And I mean, it was, but I mean, he's such a badass in that fucking movie. He didn't give a fuck, and he got in the walls anyway. But still, I mean, I think because it takes place in like the 1800s, I think, and they cover a lot of racial stuff in that. Not a lot. Well, I don't want to say a lot. They cover a little bit.
So hold on. So I can't ignore it now. So something cast is saying that Redskins is about the war paint that they wore, but I kind of disagree because
It's a racial slur.
It is a racial. He was saying that the definition being a racial slur came after the team was named, but I don't really believe that because they were called people with red skins when the Europeans first landed here in America. That's what they called them. I mean, unless my fucking shit is wrong, which
If so, fact check us and send us more info. But that's my understanding as well. And I know today it's even included as a racial slur in the dictionary. So I don't know how you wiggle around that. I don't.
Wasichu.
yeah, don't get me wrong. We know that language evolves, but as far as I know, when they first landed here, that's what they called the natives because their skin was not the same as their skin, so they called them redskin. Because people back then, even still now, we all call each other by the quote unquote colors of our skin. It's like when they call Asian people yellow, even though they're not all, or even any of them really yellow.
I would say they're more white.
Yeah,
than white
people call us black, and we're not really fucking black. We're brown.
Yeah.
So
I'm black as fuck.
You're a little jaundiced.
only your soul is black.
Oh, you can see it in my eyes.
So hopefully that answered some of the questions on that. Obviously, people feel different types of ways. Let us know on Twitter or more feedback on hashtag.
I kind of feel like we should have something cast to get the other side of the story here because I think there's another side of the story we could be missing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and maybe we'll have to talk about them.
They're probably typing up a huge paragraph. We don't even know, but if they do, we'll come back to it.
Please educate how that is. Redskin is not doesn't have a racist overtone.
Well, just saying
or
that,
isn't a racist
saying that it evolved, but I'm pretty sure it's from the beginning.
Yeah.
So, but we could be wrong. So, yeah, with new information, we can change our opinions.
There you go.
So on to the next. Somebody else.
There we go. Batman. So we all saw Beavis, Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Can I talk about the non-show rating? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. We have gone into detail on that movie, but it was just announced this past week that, no surprise, Ben Affleck is going to do a solo movie for Batman.
Written by him.
And directed by him, which I'm like...
Oh, really? He's doing directing?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was directing. I wouldn't be surprised if they
I'm going to say
out.
his directing skills have gotten better over the years.
Yeah, I mean, his film has been... Didn't he do the...
Argo was great.
Yes, Argo. That was nominated for an Oscar several times.
That was excellent.
That was a good movie. I was like, holy shit.
That ain't Batman, though. No.
Yeah. I think he can do a better job in his sleep than Zack Snyder did with this movie.
Well, as long as he's a decent goddamn editor. Or at least, if you're a director and you have an editor... Just watch your goddamn movie before it comes out and be like, does this make sense to me? If it doesn't, then fucking have the editor fix it.
Yeah,
so, on that note, I guess Warner Brothers is debating about re-releasing the film with a 3-hour cut.
Fuck that. You got one chance, bitches. Release it on fucking Blu-ray and then do your long shit.
But, I will watch it on Blu-ray and see some of those additional scenes and see if it makes sense with the continuity of the film. But, yeah, Kronos is right. You only got one shot.
Yeah, you don't be double dipping on my fucking money like that. How fucking dare you?
They kind of double dip if you go see it in the theater and then buy it on DVD, Bluray.
I might not buy it. I might steal it.
I'll buy Blu-ray.
It's not a bike, motherfucker.
God damn, you fucked up my joke.
Stolen bicycles.
Oh, shit. My fault.
All right.
What was I going to say? I can't remember.
So anyway, yeah, I mean, if he pulls it off well, great. I think we got a long way to go, but there's been some great Batman movies that we've already had. So
yeah,
just don't suck.
Yeah, basically, knock it out the park, and then people will love you.
Oh, stick with one fucking storyline.
Yeah,
one fucking.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's easier when you have Batman because I think they'll probably focus on like the Batman family, and then maybe a little bit, and then just really be about him and probably the Joker or something.
I was listening to either. I want to give credit where credit's due. It was either Comic Noobs or those damn comic book guys. But anyway, one of those podcasts, maybe both, mentioned the fact that the 90s shitty-ass Batman movies with Val Kilmer and George Clooney playing the lead.
They made more sense.
Yeah, well, they were shitty, and they did make a little bit more sense. But it was really Warner Brothers trying to sell more toys and bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
As opposed to the earlier ones with Michael Keaton, which were darker and much better. and then they wanted to go way on the campy side
Yeah,
and
they
do
did.
bullshit, and it didn't work out. So obviously, don't go campy. Be real, but make it good.
I think Ben
Fix the
Affleck-
goddamn mansion. You got billions of dollars, you dumb bastard.
Oh, this guy. But I think
Stop
Ben
buying
Affleck-
Jeep Renegades.
I love how you zero in on
Yeah,
that. That's so
zero
great.
in on that
I love
renegade.
it.
Bullshit.
I love it. It's great. Trail rated.
Yeah.
Hashtag trail rated. Hey, I got a question though to follow up on that. On this the stuff with Batman though. I was thinking about this all week, and remember the 1960s Adam West version of Batman, okay, with the kapow and all that good stuff. And then obviously you fast forward through Frank Miller and whatnot and stuff with the comics and Dark Knight, and go all the way to Michael Keaton's version with Tim Burton, right? Obviously much darker, you know what I mean? Different tone, more adult, more mature, even a little bit more bloody, okay? Do you think there is the potential there to do something similar in terms of going a little bit darker, a little bit edgier, a little bit more Daredevil or Batman-y with the franchise of Spider-Man?
Well, so Spider-Man isn't typically too dark, so you have to follow the comics, right?
He's had some dark tales.
Right. I think if the only way you can do that is if you told the real tale of Venom and Carnage.
Yep.
If you don't do that, then there's not very many dark stories with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So even the new Spider-Man that's coming out, The Homecoming, I think it's on the list too. I don't have high hopes for that movie. It's the name is just dumb. So I heard is there a comic after that too?
I don't know. The
idea.
Spider-Verse gets confusing
Yeah,
to me.
the name is dumb. They're gonna do another origin story. That's what they're telling me.
I don't
Well,
want
no,
to.
I heard,
another
I heard
origin
there's
story.
no origin story. This is him
Then
battling.
Then it's even dumber. Don't
I
call it
wish
home.
they would stop doing origin stories. I mean, they should have like maybe a quick 1 or 2 minutes preview, let you know oh, this is how Spider-Man came to be, or this is why he chose to become a superhero,
Or just have him there. I mean,
Yeah.
So this is the problem is that you're right. So they're doing origin stories within less than a decade of 2 origin stories. It's what the fuck? We just nobody died in this time frame, you know?
Yeah.
People died, but nobody's gonna watch a goddamn movie.
Yeah.
You know, it's come on, man.
Yeah,
Stop doing the origin.
I think Marvel knows that they don't want to see another origin story. This is going to be after the event.
but they're gonna do it. Well, they're not gonna rehash the origin story.
Yeah, this is after Civil War because he's already Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So this is going to be after the fact, and there's probably going to be him coming home after the whole Civil War and how things have changed.
$10 to do origin story.
But is there room though for maybe not with him per se? Obviously, Spider-Man's not going to kill anybody. I get that. He's not going to bust out a fucking gat and start shooting people like Batman did. I guess what I'm trying to say is, will his villains get a little darker? Obviously, you have Carnage, you have Venom, you have some people in the Sinister Six. Kingpin is a villain that has gone up against Spider-Man too. Is there potential to go a little bit more mature with that franchise?
No, I don't think so. That's
Yeah.
not Spider-Man's thing. He's like a kind of a plucky kind of hero,
And he cracks jokes too.
Yeah, you can't make him super dark. He'd be out of character.
Yeah, I think what happens to him could be dark, but like Cronus said, you need Venom and Carnage for it to go deep into the darkness, and then have him prevail from that. But to be on that level of say Daredevil, I can't see it.
And people thought the same thing about Batman prior to.
Well, no, because
no.
in Detective Comics, Batman was a fucking asshole,
And he killed people.
Yeah, and he dealt with really fucked up subject matter.
What I'm trying to say though is, from the '60s version, and obviously it was a long time ago, people did not have any concept of Batman ever trying to be dark on the big screen.
True, but then when he changed in the comics, that influenced the screen, because when Detective Comics changed and it changed Batman and he became an asshole, that affected Tim Burton's movie. He took that into account.
Frank Miller's and
well, Frank Miller stuff, and not just him, other writers before him. Batman was an ass in Detective Comics. He wasn't that whole Super Friends type shit, unless you're reading Justice League, or his attitude was completely different. Because he was dealing in Detective Comics, he's chasing down guys like Billy Kincaid, even though he's a Spawn villain, but he was on his route when he meets up with Spawn. He's chasing down child murderers, rapists, people who did heinous stuff, and he fucks them up. So I don't see that in the Spider-Man verse. I don't see him chasing down people like that and us seeing on screen really heinous stuff. I see, unless they do Cletus. If we see Cletus doing that kind of shit, then I can see that.
The slack-jawed yokel? Simpsons? Anybody?
No. Yeah, but like Cronus said, if we don't have Venom or Carnage, then no.
Okay. Blue, you got any take?
Well, I know earlier version of Batman that he did kill people, so I don't know. I would like to see a darker Spider-Man. Just see but I don't want to see like that the Spider-Man from Spider-Man 3 where he was affected by the black suit and so he got all emo and shit like that. Like I don't want to see like dark like that. I want to see him like actually like fuck some people up and then feel bad about it later. And then like I want to see his storyline like kind of change in that kind of aspect.
Okay.
If that made any sense.
All right.
Can you pass me a beer?
Shall do so. All right. What else we got on Gene Simmons versus NWA? I didn't see this
when you
shit.
said Gene Simmons, that's the guy from
Kiss, right?
Kiss, right? That's why I was very confused. I was like, what the fuck?
I didn't put this on there. Who did
I
I put this on there.
It's not Gene Simmons, the dancer, right? That does, the sweating to the Odies.
No, that dude's taking a break. Anyway, so
What is this?
a couple weeks ago, Gene Simmons had said that hip hop was going to die and it was going to fade and become something else
The
later
dude
on.
from Kiss?
Yes.
Oh.
He has said this. He said it before. It's not the first time.
Isn't he 80 years old, though?
Something like that. So he also was talking about how the NWA was getting inducted into Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and he had voiced his opinion that people who actually play instruments should be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
and then
right.
so I mean groups like Public Enemy,
Oh,
NWA.
they're on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yes, they were inducted last week.
Okay, that is kind of weird because that's like they're not rock and roll.
Yeah,
So-
that's one of the things that Gene Simmons.
But they do have soul singers in there. They do have R&B folks in
Those
there.
are singers, though.
Yeah,
But it's not rock and roll.
Yeah.
Too.
That's what I'm saying. Well,
I mean, are we talking just
you're,
genre?
you're saying in the Rock and Roll Hall of
Yeah,
Fame.
that's
in
what
the
I'm
Rock and Roll
saying.
Hall
Oh,
of
okay.
Fame.
Well,
Yeah.
it was other artists. It's just weird for me to have somebody. It's like somebody. It's like putting I don't know Kenny Chesney in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of fucking weird. So I'm on his side as far as that goes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
it's just there's so many others that are already like non-traditional rock and roll.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean NWA wasn't the only rap group inducted. It was
Public Enemy, probably. Beastie
it was
Boys.
Public Enemy, and then the Furious Five,
Grandmaster
Grandmaster
and
Five,
the
Furious Five, and then one more. But Gene Simmons, he doesn't like hip hop, obviously.
Basically, yeah.
Well,
But then like Ice Cube has been answering back, saying, you know, we've been doing this for a while, and we respect your work, but we feel like we believe here too. We belong in there too, that kind of thing.
Well,
So-
what he's saying when he says that hip hop fading, he's already fucking right. Honestly, I don't listen to hardly any rap anymore because it's all fucking garbage.
But wait a minute.
Like
fading
very
from what?
few.
Fading from
Fading
popularity?
as far as like being like it's
Yeah.
still popular, but it's like it's evolved into like this whole other thing. It has nothing to do with what it started with. Look, Gil Scott-Heron, who created rap, his shit was all about telling stories that he went through and going through a struggle. Nowadays, I hear about a bunch of fucking random bullshit that has nothing to do with me, or nothing to do with life, nothing to do with actual, real stories. It's fucking nonsense.
Kendrick?
Well, yeah, no,
Kendrick-
there are small rays of hope. Kendrick Lamar being one.
Lupe
Fiasco.
Fiasco.
I don't listen to his shit either.
Dude, Lupe's fucking
I listen to
truth.
Kid Cudi shit as well. There's a few others, but as far as like the majority of rap goes, it's all basically made up. Actually, to me, it's almost like the country music scene right now.
Oh, change it into pop.
Yeah, it's all pop, and it's like shit that they don't even really talk about. They're all like kind of mass-produced people. Like, they're not real. Nobody in country right now is really real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I didn't know country was real first.
No, it was. The Johnny Cash days, that was real shit.
I got you.
But nowadays with like Carrie Underwood and all this fucking like Taylor Swift shit like that, it's like
It's pop, basically.
yeah, it's pop. Like it's not. They don't talk about anything real that would affect real people.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how rap is too.
No, that's what
Right.
he was
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
That's
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
Okay.
But I mean, but like both in country and rap, there are those few rays that are like still doing that core stuff.
Yeah, but it should be the majority, not the minority that
Oh.
is talking about real shit, sticking to rap's like real core message, and it's not about like drugs and fucking
And trap cleans and booty shit. Yeah.
it's all about shit that you buy shit you can't afford. Shit like it's a bad message for
And shit that they
people.
can't afford, even though they talk about
None
it.
of them can afford. Yeah, they're basically taking loans out and shit like that. It's just like
They rent it. Rent it for the video.
Let me say this though, really quickly. On when it comes to hip hop as a genre in itself, I can kind of agree with Gene Simmons in terms of if it's just staying to the message of only being rock and roll music and only rock and roll musicians in there, then nobody else belongs if you're not in that genre. Completely get that. But hip hop has become basically popular music, over our lifetime. And I don't see it dying down from being popular. Even with the same points that Kronos made about the content for a lot of
That's the
popular
problem,
music
though, 'cause-
being bad, it's still extremely popular.
Yeah, but
That's
so this is the problem that I have. The content being garbage is directly affecting minority fucking communities.
Oh, I disagree with that strongly.
Really?
Yeah,
Have
strongly.
our communities gotten stronger over this year? Or have we listened to these messages that these people have been saying with these bullshit rap songs and shit about buying fucking 22-inch rims and shit like that, and people go out and buy them, and they don't understand how to fucking actually invest in shit, get a decent job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that should be the fucking message.
Well, you can. Nobody's stopping anybody from rapping about that. Nobody's stopping that.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's a bad message though, and it's a message that people are listening to, and like they're running with it, and the young people that run with that message that, you know, oh, I'm just gonna buy some fucking rims on my fucking shitty ass car, or, you know, not actually looking, I'm gonna buy a bunch of drugs and shit like that, and I don't like that message for young people. I really don't.
I hear you. I hear you on that. Not liking it. I completely get you. I believe in people's freedom to decide what they want through their wallets. And I'll say this. You know, there's been problems.
Sorry, I'm not saying censor them.
Okay,
it's
yeah.
just it's a bad message though.
Well, I think I think there's some subjectivity to bad or entertainment. I just don't see the causation of I hear this music and therefore I sell drugs. You know what I mean? I don't get that link, because I think that people were selling drugs in low-income communities longer than they had.
That's true, but I can't imagine a single well, I'm not gonna say all, because that's obviously generalization, but it's obviously it's reinforcing shit. Because like a lot of these people that are rappers now, like they'll talk about drugs and shit like that, but those motherfuckers, they talk about selling drugs. They never fucking sold drugs in their life.
A lot of them haven't.
But then a kid hears it, was like, oh shit, selling drugs is cool. It's a popular song.
Yeah, I can end up with 20-inch rims.
There is definitely a fucking link there. Definitely.
Yeah, see, I'm not with you on that.
I'm not saying that's the only thing that's going to lead to somebody selling drugs. What I'm saying, though, is that when somebody listens to songs like that, and they think that, oh, well, he did it. Look, he's a fucking rapper now. He's making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
that guy never sold a fucking drug in his life.
There's influences.
Remember
in
when
music.
we were going? I mean, we heard all kinds of stuff in music.
Yeah, like we
You
heard
know,
NWA, Public
Two
Enemy.
Live Crew,
yeah.
and a whole lot of stuff. I mean, yes, some of it seemed funny, and some of it seemed like entertainment, and some of it seemed way over the top. But I don't think it leads.
You're right. Obviously, it didn't lead us to leading drugs.
Yeah.
At the
that's
same
it.
time, though, I don't listen to rap music anymore.
That's fine. Yeah, and that's
that's
fine
anymore.
anymore. Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah, but
But
look at
I listen to old rap though too. I still listen to old Spice One, When It's 70 He Wrote. I listen to that song. I listen to the album all the fucking time. I have no fucking aspirations of selling drugs,
No.
shooting people in the face with fucking shotguns.
Yeah,
you know, going to the fucking murder show. None of that shit.
look at
Their
Ice
fucking
T's
album.
Cop Killer.
Too short and pimping. You know what
But
I
even
mean?
then, I really believe that he I know that he sold drugs and that he would do shit like that.
Yeah.
But nowadays, you have people that are totally fake, wearing skinny jeans and shit, fucking skateboarding.
Oh, that's
talking
true.
about
Nah.
fucking shit like that. You know, they're
I'm
totally,
with you on that.
They're disingenuous.
Yeah.
They're people that are talking about an experience that they have never ever experienced.
I agree with that completely. There's a lot of fake shit. You know, I think some of the stuff, even from Boondocks with the Gangstalicious and what was the other one?
Oh, so they're
Hoodnificent?
Thugnificent.
It was that, yeah, Gangsta
I think there's a lot of that.
Oh, and Eat Dirt.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's a lot of that happens in hip hop.
Gangster love.
All the way through on that.
Yeah.
But we're talking about Gene Simmons from Kiss. Most people don't even know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
well, I think a lot of people know.
He's the
who
guy with
Kiss
the
is.
long tongue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's the other one.
well, we actually played he's kind of like my godson, but when he's an artist, and what he raps about is him
What's his
growing
name?
up.
What's his name?
Young G408. If you can listen to him on SoundCloud, you can follow him on Facebook. But he talks about his life and what he grew up with. However, he knows that what people want to hear is about money, hoes. Like he's not rich, but he talks about it. But then he also he actually raps about depression. He raps about,
Wait, who are you talking about?
my Young G408. We played him like
that's
a couple,
right. Sorry.
But he talks about depression. He talks about, oh, you're reading stuff, yeah. He talks about his home life and growing up, about his family and stuff. He talks about his own personal real shit. Now, I understand what Cronus is coming from about manufactured rappers or the fluff or the trap music shit. But there's still artists out there that are ingenuous to the trade. And I think now, especially with the internet, it's easier for us to go find them, especially like Spotify, SoundCloud. All you got to do is just find that one artist, and they will, do the search and pop up with artists that are similar.
A lot of the middlemen have been removed. Between you and the artist.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that too.
I get that. It's just I've already stated my case, but yeah, I just it's shitty music that is being pumped down people's throats.
Yeah.
And it's just it's fucked up.
That's been around for a while.
Nobody's forced to listen.
Well, when you listen to like a rap, like a
radio station or
yeah,
something
radio
like that.
station, it's all fucking garbage. Like that's why I
Students
listen
are
to
paying
like
for that
throwback
shit.
stations. So yeah, it kind of is forced on your throat. When you listen to a radio station and you have nothing to hear except for that, it's kind of. I mean, yeah, you can turn the radio off, but if you're a kid, you're just like, I'm just gonna go whatever else listen to.
So fuck it, kids. Don't listen to fucking rap. Listen to Be Then BTI.
Exactly.
Fuck anything else. We're the only thing that matters.
Hashtag White Girls of the Future.
Dropping that
Someone
hashtag.
just got hella mad right now.
Dropping
That was a crazy. I didn't even expect to go on that rant. By the way.
The rants happen.
We need more rants. We got to vote for them at the end of the year.
There we go.
We do.
What was this MIB stuff? Men in Black?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say one thing. And I gotta use the bathroom. But they might as well just call this movie fucking terrible. Yeah, it's fucking terrible.
All right, tell me, set it up. What is
Ghostbusters.
So as soon as the movie dropped, they were talking about this. So we're talking about when 22 Jump Street hit the theaters
With Channing Tatum and
with Channing Tatum and Jonah
Hill?
Jonah Hill. They were talking about a crossover between 21 Jump Street and Men in Black. So today, announced by Sony, they already have a teaser poster, and they announced today the movie MIB 23, basically 23 Jump Street crossing with Men in Black. Obviously, Kronos is not a fan. I'm not too jazzy on it, but as soon as they were talking about this, like, when did 22 Jump Street come out? Like a year or two ago?
A while ago.
Yeah, they were like Channing Tatum.
they had two movies, so I want to say 5 or 6 years ago for the first one.
No, but I'm talking about
21
the second
and
one.
22.
When 22 came out, Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill were all about it. They were promoting the shit out of it before anything official was announced.
Yeah.
Now it's official. This is coming.
And we talked about this a little bit on the After the Cast, Odin and I. But at the end of 22 Jump Street, at the end they have like what 23 and 24 episodes, what those follow-up movies were going to be like. And I think they kind of hinted at the whole Man in Black in that too.
They might have, but there's so many. They go all the way up through like 50 something. Yeah.
Hold on. The Men in Black franchise is fucking dead. Let's be very honest with that. It was a late 90s franchise. It was actually good for the first couple movies. The third one was
I think the third one was better than the second one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the story arc they did with the whole time traveling and
The third
stuff.
one was way, but they had Josh Brolin. They had your boy Thanos in that shit.
Everything's debatable, but I think after three
Did you
movies,
just unzip? God dang.
he almost deep sixed you. After 3 movies with Men in Black, I feel like that franchise is over with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones.
See, we don't even know. They'll probably have new agents in this. I can't see Will Smith doing this.
Yeah, because I mean he didn't do ID4, so
there was a 4th one. Goddamn.
no. Independence Day-
ID4 2?
Oh, Independence Day. Oh yeah. We'll see. It sounds like it has the potential to be a real shitstorm.
This sounds like this will be campy as fuck.
Yeah.
And
they're
I'm
probably
not
just-
so sure I'm happy about
They're
that.
probably trying to just go for nothing but comedy, but
Oh, yeah, of course.
Men in Black was like sci-fi, like.
But it was sci-fi comedy.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what? It was funny. Like, it was based on a comic that I don't think anybody read. Like,
Yeah.
did anybody actually read the Men in Black comic?
There's a lot of movies that are comics that are no. Did you know that Road to Perdition was based on a graphic novel?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly.
I don't know that.
So
Yeah,
there's a lot of. I don't think a lot of people read that either.
All right. But this was like a franchise. It has like
Yeah.
3 movies.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Just like Cowboys and Aliens was based off a comic, and that didn't really go anywhere.
All right.
Can I address something that Mishka Black said?
What'd she
for
say?
a second there. She said that when I was talking about rap music and people like selling drugs and shit like that, she was saying that it's like saying that people that play GTA turn into gangsters. All right, so look in a video game, we all know that this is a fantasy world. When you're listening to somebody rap, you're assuming that they're rapping from personal experience.
Yeah.
And you look at their personal experience, and you're like, okay, he went through all this shit, and he became a rich millionaire. But he's not rapping about anything that's real in his life or her life. They're rapping about total fucking
Made
bullshit.
up shit.
Total made up shit.
Sometimes.
And then there's no disclaimer there. Nobody said they never put in the beginning of the fucking song, I didn't do any of this, but, and then rap about some bullshit.
That's true.
In a game, we already know because we're playing a game that it's fucking fake. And that's the main difference for me, anyway.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough on that one. Hopefully that answered. Was it a question she had or about
it's
GTA?
just,
No, she made a
Statement.
comparison.
Just a comment.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
made a comparison.
Yeah.
So-
I think you can play GTA and not have any desire to shoot up anything and listen to music
It
too.
fulfills my desire for killing people.
Exactly.
There you go. There you go.
You, for those of you who don't believe, video games help mass shootings.
Why don't
Decline.
we get into video games?
Ooh! All right, let's do it. Actually, I got a question for Blue about a game. So, Blue.
No, I have not.
God dang it! He knew it was coming. So, my question to Blue was going to be, has he played the Arkham Knight DLC? Because we've been talking about this for weeks.
I still
He
got
downloaded it, and he still hasn't done
It took me like a good hour to download because there was so much fucking content I was behind on. Like there were so many skins and patches and
Hold on.
DLCs.
The better question would be, has Old Ninja played the DLC?
No, I haven't played the DLC.
So-
Because we talked. Well, the thing was on after,
You're like a
after
fake-ass
the
rapper.
no, because on after the cast, I talked to Blue about it. And he's like, "Wait, he bought the season pass."
Yeah, I bought
and he
season
did.
pass.
Yeah, but he didn't
So
download
did I.
any of it. So he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna." He totally didn't know about that whole last
Like
story mode.
there's literally like 60 things I had to download, and like
Damn.
probably like 5 to 10 of them were like game extra play type stuff, like fighting scenes or like I didn't have Nightwing. I think he had a character. He
Yeah,
had a game
Nightwing
right? Yeah, I
has,
didn't have
like-
Nightwing's game on there either.
he had the AR thing or whatever. So yeah, I guess Blue didn't get a chance to smash
All right,
that
so
like button.
Yeah, fuck what's not happening.
So,
What is
hold on.
happening with gaming?
So Batman is the reason why I have a problem with DLC now, because
Ooh.
I bought the DLC for I bought the season pass for Batman, and the first two were shitty,
Yeah.
and I was like, you know what, fuck your couch.
Oh wow.
How much did you pay for that, Kronos?
I think it was like $30.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
wasn't
30
it?
or
Yeah.
40.
Yeah,
something
and like the
that.
first two that I played were maybe 2 hours worth of content. Maybe
Wait, which
two.
were
Yeah.
which two were which ones?
It
was-
was one was like total bullshit.
It was like the Red Hood, his story, and Batgirl.
Oh, no.
Her
The
saving her father.
So I missed the Red Hood one, but I got the one for Harley Quinn, which was like maybe 30 minutes.
Well, that was
Literally.
if you bought the game from GameStop.
GameStop.
it
yeah,
came
but
with
it's
it.
I got the Red Hood and Harley Quinn's one.
But that was 30 minutes, and then
That was short.
the one for Batgirl, which is actually good, but it was like maybe 2 hours, maybe.
Yeah, it was pretty short.
You know, and I'm looking like Batman Arkham Knight took a long time to beat, like not super long, but I'm like if you're asking me to pay $30 for a season pass, that I'm expecting at least half a game's worth of content. So however long the game took me to beat,
Yeah.
I'm expecting half of that in
New content.
new content.
And it shouldn't just
I
be
didn't
like
get that.
limited too. It shouldn't be it's only for whatever comes out in that 3-month window. That's all you get. It should be like a season pass. It's like the whole season of the game, like the whole.
yeah,
limited game.
Gears of War 3 did that. It like supported a whole year worth of content.
But how much content was it though?
It was kind of a lot. It was
But
a lot
in
of fucking
hours though. How much did you expect?
shit. Fuck, I don't even remember. It's been a
Well,
while.
while you're trying to remember that, I'll say this for Borderlands 2. I think that was
Those
a good
are worth it.
Yeah, that was a good example of DLC that I would think added maybe 80% to even 100% of all four of them.
Most definitely.
New content, and that's what Kronos I think is saying and looking for,
Yes.
which I totally agree with. I'll say this too. For Fallout 4, which I'm addicted to, I believe that they're going that Borderlands route with their DLC releases for the season pass. Hopefully. Time will tell.
So speaking of which, Fallout 4 had DLC drop yesterday.
Yeah, I have not played any of that. I'm
None of
still...
that? Did you bought the season pass though?
Yeah,
right?
I got the season pass. I just got to download them, but I'm working my way through the rest of the story.
Through the Commonwealth.
It's a giant fucking game.
Yeah, and apparently that DLC is supposed to be significant.
Yeah,
from what I hear.
it basically adds a Skyrim level of world to explore already on top of the Commonwealth from Fallout 4. It's just huge.
Damn.
Yeah, so
It's
it's hit and miss depending on the publisher, depending on the game,
And you don't
and
know.
that sucks.
So like for the publisher, like I'm fairly certain that whenever Gearbox releases a season pass or DLC, I know I'm gonna get my money's worth.
Yep.
But other ones, it's fucking iffy. But this is the same way. I mean, they have decent ones, but other ones you have no fucking idea. And this is the worst thing about it is that I'm sorry, you guys listen to the podcast. I've said this many times, but if you buy DLC, or I'm sorry, if you buy season pass, you don't know what the fuck you're going to get most of the time.
Yep.
Because they don't lay the map out for you. Like, hey, you're going to get this. It's going to have this many hours worth of content. It's going to have this in there. You have no fucking clue.
It's like opening a mystery box.
Yeah. You have no
don't know what
fucking
the fuck's
clue.
in there.
Telltale does a good job.
Yeah,
too.
and Activision did that with Modern Warfare 3. They told you the months that they were releasing something and what it was, but it was mainly maps and shit and like one new mode.
That maps do not equate to me spending money on your fucking bullshit product.
Yeah, unfortunately
Fuck
for
that.
that. But with Call of Duty Call of Duty Ghosts, they explained like if you played the invasion stuff, they told you what they're adding to the story and what maps were coming out, and they told you when and how long it would take to beat that kind of stuff.
The real thing I think that we're all looking for example, when we all played Destiny, we enjoyed a lot of the gameplay on it. It should have been basically the equivalent of the Taken King not paying any more money, and that in addition to 2 or 3 other versions of Taken King coming on top of it for the Destiny game. Like, huge, game-changing additional content.
The first 3 fucking DLCs for that game should have been the actual game.
Yep.
That would have made a complete game.
And wait, Mars is still missing on there, right? Not Mars,
No.
but what's it?
Mercury?
Mercury, yes.
So Mercury's only like multiplayer.
Yeah, see?
So
Fucking bullshit.
yeah, but they did add Saturn. Well, sort of. But
So-
they're-
yeah,
'cause
no.
what it is you go to Saturn and it's a giant dreadnought that you have to traverse.
Look,
And it's actually pretty fucking.
It's not
huge.
even Saturn. It's a fucking ship. You go to
Yeah,
a
it's
ship.
a ship, but
let
That's
old,
hovering center.
let
Yeah,
old
it's not
Ninja
even
waste
Saturn.
his money. Obviously,
I
he has
already
money to
paid.
burn.
Yeah, I already paid. But Destiny updated yesterday with new content, which I've been playing on. So they added more shit to Prison
Get a
of Elders.
raspberry.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what these guys say.
What's that?
Hey, I paid for. Well, it came free
bullshit?
if you have the Taken King. So if you have the Taken King, they added more content.
does-
It's free. They
It
increased the
comes
light
free if you
level.
paid for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Say that one more time.
It comes free if you paid for it.
yeah, it comes free if you paid for particular content. But anyway,
Yeah.
They call it the taking team because you got taken.
Ooh, took it, it.
This
Yeah.
dude is mine.
Oh.
and then
Give me that wallet.
so the Division, which we all have, they updated yesterday as well.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
Updated or added content?
Same thing, because there was issues with the
Was
game.
it free though?
Yes, it was free.
What that booty
Yeah.
do, right?
So in the Division, there was a lot of things that you could fucking run through walls and shit to get like high end weapons. They patched that kind of shit. Falling through the fucking map and shit. They've updated that shit.
You mean their errors?
Yeah, pretty much. So and then,
There's a lot of fucking problems.
yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah,
fucking
so,
issues,
like,
which they
I just
fixed.
I just started playing, and I was fighting one of the main bosses, and I was shooting at the guy. All of a sudden, he fucking just disappeared. Nowhere to
Yeah.
be fucking seen, but all of a sudden he came
showed
out of
up behind you,
nowhere.
yeah.
He showed up behind me and murdered me like a fucking.
So that should have been fixed in the patch. But they also added their first raid. They call it an incursion, and they added what is similar to Destiny with the light level. They have a gear level.
Good.
So the stuff that you already own has a gear level, and you need to get high end stuff in order to survive the incursion. So they added dailies, weeklies, and like daily like sub quests for once you hit level 30. So they added like a lot more shit that you can do for the game.
You know what? One of my hugest problem with the Division is there's no fucking math whatsoever in that game.
What?
I ran into a classroom. There's no math on the boards or anything.
Damn, you motherfucker.
Get it? Because it's called the Division.
Nah.
So we just had like a milestone
What do we got? What's the milestone?
for a podcast. So we talked about some shit on the podcast. So we had one person send me. It was about the Redskin thing. One person sent me one thing about Redskins, and another person sent me another thing about Redskins.
Okay.
This would be great. We will talk about it on the next podcast.
Sounds good.
Because I have to read through both articles.
Yeah.
And I have to see what's right or what's not. So
Someone's
I'll
saying
redo.
Redskins is an appropriate name for.
One is saying that it's not error correct. Another one's saying it is error correct. So
All right, we'll check it out.
I got to read them both. I can't say who's right or wrong.
We'll
so.
evaluate.
Uncharted 4, when is that dropping?
Next month, May. I believe.
they
Oh,
think
I
it's
got to
pre-order.
buy it from Amazon so I can save that money.
Yeah, I already pre-ordered. I'm ready. I'm so ready. I believe in Naughty Dog. They're a great developer.
Oh, speaking of which, they've been like hinting a little bit about their development on The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
So there's been some shit, but there's no release date or none
I
of
have
that shit.
no such thing at this game. What do you?
you still need to play that.
Wait,
shit.
whoa, Cronus, you have not played The Last of Us.
I believe it's called The Last of.
What?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. I know some gamers are like, what the fuck is going on?
God damn, Sony fucked my shit up on that. I'm still butthurt about it.
Yeah, you are.
I'll play one of these days. It's not even their fault.
No, it really
was Sony's
isn't.
fault.
Damn, I even beat that game.
We did get a sound
Damn.
clip of Charles Barkley saying terrible. Like that.
That's
Oh,
terrible. I've actually played like one multiplayer match with Prodigy, I think.
Yeah,
we
it's
played
fun.
like
It's
one
4-on-4. It's fun.
Yeah, it was fucking hard as fuck. I kept getting shot in the face.
No,
You know what we
this-
should do? We should Twitch out all of us playing
The Division?
some fighting games.
Oh
We
shit!
do both against each other. Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
even have any right now,
You don't
man.
have any fighting games? What the fuck is
No,
wrong with
not
you?
for the 4. Not for the 4.
Oh, just come over here. We'll just play one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what? There's a video of Cronus and I playing X-Men versus Capcom.
Yeah, from
And I haven't
Silicon
posted
Valley.
up
didn't
yet.
Game.
post it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna post it up hopefully this weekend. That'll be the next video I edit for that.
Good shit.
But yeah, back to Uncharted. Is this gonna be like the last one, right? Like there's
That's what
not
Naughty
gonna be more?
Dog is saying. They're indicating that this is it. And it's going to be the swan song of Nathan Drake, which I'm all the way on board. Those games are just amazing.
I wish they make a movie.
I think
they might.
There's rumors. There's rumors.
As long as Nathan Fillion is Nathan Drake, then I'm on
I think
board.
he's getting a little older now. I think he's
I don't
getting a
know,
little
he's still-
older.
I think he can still pull it off.
I think they're gonna be like it's the last one, and then you know what? Like maybe like 3 years later, they're gonna be like
Surprise, motherfucker.
another Uncharted.
Possibly.
and I'm on board with that. You know what I mean? I think this is one of the best franchises that Sony has.
Or maybe they'll go with like the Tomb Raider route where they will reboot the franchise with him starting off being young and then
Possibly.
build up into being.
Or what they
Yeah, we
should
know.
do, what they were smart, they would have because I already did one who was sort of young, but they should introduce a new character in Uncharted to kind of take over the reins.
Agreed.
like they're doing with Gears of War.
Agreed. The only thing I'll say though too is I want to see the conclusion of obviously Nate and Sully's relationship along with Elena, and that like it's a sense of family with all of those characters or whatever.
Yeah.
So
know
did
what I
you
mean?
you hear what the director was saying about the game, right? About the end? He said it's going to piss off a lot of people, and he already knows it.
Well, you know, I'm still on board. They need to shut up and take my money. That's what it is. So
I like the commercial they have for the game because they have like a scene where it looks like Drake is like reaching out
for
for
money?
a coin,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but he's actually going to save his homeboy.
There you
It's
go.
kinda
You're
cool.
saying Sully?
Did
Yeah.
anybody have any interest in Dark Souls 3? I don't play any of those games.
No, I don't.
Nope. Too hard.
They look fucking difficult as fuck. In fact, IGN posted a video on how to beat like the second boss because I guess a lot of people were having issues.
Yeah, now
So I'm like, God dang,
that learning curve seems stiff. as
super
fuck.
steep. And I'm like, do I really want to spend $60 to get my ass whooped?
If I want to do something that's hard, I'll just do jujitsu.
There you go.
There you go.
Fuck that.
Yeah. I will say, and hopefully we'll get a review from Stitch next week. I know he started out on Fallout, so I want to
Oh,
hear.
yeah.
I want to hear what
Actually,
his take.
I think somebody just came home, so it's probably them.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, I'm contemplating Xbox One's exclusive Quantum Break. Because I
Oh,
heard
yeah, that
Oh, it looked real
Yeah,
good.
it
it,
looks real
it
good.
does look good. It came out a week ago, and I forgot to buy it. And the reviews, I've seen two types of reviews. Either one where it has compelling and like it's in the step of the right direction of how games should be made in the future, versus how it's got a great story, but the gameplay is something we've seen before.
And it has
No.
the kid who played Iceman in the X-Men
Yeah,
movie,
There's
right?
Sean
a
Ashmore.
whole bunch of famous folks in that.
Oh,
series.
really?
Yeah,
They have, they,
yeah.
have, they have Littlefinger from
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. They have the guy from Oz. The guy who was the undercover cop that was in Oz.
Oh, yeah,
Who's
yeah.
also in Fringe.
Yeah.
They have a whole bunch of famous people there.
Oh, Broyles, yeah,
Yeah,
he plays
Broyles.
Broyles, yeah.
And so they actually the game is actually it's in like I think 5 episodes, and it's a combination of the game and then live action shit.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
pretty.
it's
It
pretty
looks
dope.
intense, and
Yeah.
I think if you pre-ordered, you got a copy of Alan Wake to play, and that
It's supposed
game
to be a good game.
That game is fucked up. I have that game, and you get all the DLC, which took like forever for it to come out.
You need to twitch this out if you do get it.
If I do get it, I will, and I'll give my review. But Cronus has an Xbox One too, so
Yeah,
but there's
that'd be-
no fucking multiplature. So
What?
no,
Really?
no
I got
one.
no
That's
problem.
fine, yeah.
It has time stopping shit. And,
It does,
time
and that-
manipulation. So
Doesn't Max Payne do that shit too?
Yeah,
though?
Max Payne
Yeah,
did.
but that was
yeah. But
So-
there's only it's really hard to do that shit online.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
hard to do it online and have it be fun and make sense.
Yeah, that's,
Like
that's
the
definitely
only
true.
way that I've thought about it, like logically, is that if you have something that's going to stop or slow down time, it has to be like a sphere, like an area of effect.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everything in that area gets affected, but everything outside of it still goes.
I think that's how Max Payne worked. Like the whole thing didn't. Well, maybe it did. I
have
don't know.
no
I can't
idea.
Well,
remember
the
now.
gameplay acted that way, but did Max Payne have multiplayer?
Yeah, it had good multiplayer. The last one.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, so Quantum Break, you'll probably hear either me or Cronus's review because I'm pretty sure one of us are good.
Yeah, if it's a good game, it might make me want to pick up an Xbox.
All right.
there
We
you
get
go.
into TV shows? Now?
Yeah, we
Or
should
TV?
fight it. Are we gonna? Oh, we're gonna wait for Stitch to talk about Daredevil.
No, start it off. I'll be right back.
What? I'm pretty sure Stitch wanted to get in this on it too.
Yeah, so
But he finished watching like 3 weeks ago.
we all did.
No, we could save it. It's all good. We have plenty of shit to talk about.
Dude,
Alright.
did any of you guys watch Gotham this week?
No, I haven't.
Not yet.
Ah,
No, I'll watch it though.
what
God
about-
damn, this shit happens.
so Supergirl was on yesterday. You thought about that?
Didn't watch that either.
I watched
the-
it.
I watched
Yesterday.
it.
I've been busy, man.
Yeah. Well, we all
I've been busy and fucking tired. 'Cause
fucking shit up, choking people out.
Yeah.
It's tiresome.
The last episode of Supergirl was more of her like, oh my god, I need somebody to tell me what to do.
yeah,
kinda.
I don't want to see that. Ever
But
again.
we also see Superman.
We almost got a glimpse of him, but they
Yeah.
fucking like,
They tease you with it. They will dangle it over you.
yeah.
So we'll wait till we can wait till next week or whatever.
Hopefully you can fucking remember, because we didn't even talk about the previous episode,
Yeah, we
Supergirl
did.
2.
Yeah, we did. We
Did
talked
we?
last week. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We didn't go in depth, but we did talk about it last week.
Okay,
So
what?
because Cronus talked about the Red Kryptonite, and then we talked about the crossover
I'll have a surprise topic in a minute
when Prodigy comes
back.
back.
Yeah.
Legends of Tomorrow. We don't really talk about it, but like I think we're all
No,
watching it.
the last episode was really good of Legend of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
When they
So
go to the future.
set us up.
So the team of Legend of Tomorrow, they go to 2042 or something like that.
Something like that.
And I guess there's like a little kid who becomes like a major fucking dictator, and he releases a virus on the world, and it kills like probably like 80% of the population.
More than half. Yeah. Something
Yeah.
like that.
What year is this in there?
2042 or something like that.
2142.
Yeah,
It's like
2142.
2142. Like super like far in the future, and like the team has to decide: are they going to snipe out this kid, or are they
Yeah.
going to try to kidnap him and show him the errors of his ways? And the team is divided, and they have to make a decision.
Yeah.
And then shit goes wrong.
And the shit they chose still didn't have an effect.
Didn't have an
It actually
effect.
sped up the timetable.
Yeah.
Are you caring more about the characters? Because that was my problem. I wasn't
I've
caring
always-
about very many of the characters. On that
Yeah,
show.
so I think it's always going to be split. You're going to have, because there's so many characters, you're only going to pick a few. For me, I'm really invested with the White Canary, Sarah Lance, because she's had so much time to develop. She's in an entire season of Arrow, and then she shows up again in another season, and then she becomes on Legend of Tomorrow. The ones that have the least amount of time, I'm kind of least invested in. I mean, I'm kind of about Kendra Saunders, especially, we didn't talk about how they went in the past.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
was-
that every
that was-
episode.
No,
Well, no, this one
they
was
went to the
important.
50s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
how-
they had like a black guy, and we all know black people can't go back in time.
Yeah,
There's no reason for us to go back there.
Yeah, when Jefferson starts talking to a white girl, like the whole like diner,
Yes.
like pretty much eyeballs him and almost gets up and is like, "What you doing here, boy?"
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
all kind of bad.
And he was about to get lynched. Like,
yeah, he literally was, but he didn't give a fuck. He's
Yeah.
like, "Fuck you, white boys."
Yeah, he thought, "What? You want to step outside?" I'll
Yeah,
fuck you up.
he literally
He did that
was.
shit real quick, but
And the one what got me was like Kendra and Ray like trying to buy a house, and like the realtor's like, y'all need to go to another county.
Yeah,
that
we don't like
one-
you kinda
Yeah,
here.
the one that's more forward thinking because we don't do that here.
And there was a scene where they go to a house party, and a white lady walks up to Kendra, and she's like, "Oh, can you freshen my drink?" She thought, "You can go freshen your drink yourself." That was funny.
Thinking that she's the help.
I saw that one. Yeah,
Black people can never go back in time.
Yeah.
There you go.
Unless you go to like way back.
I can go back in time. I fuck everybody up.
Ah, this mofo.
You'd be like, what's that episode from
I'd be
Dave
like the
Chappelle?
Django.
Ah,
I'd be like fucking. I go back to where like Black Knight with Martin Lawrence.
damn, Renaissance.
Yeah. Be like, how fair you more.
Anyway, so y'all, some people feel real strongly about this one. I'm gonna switch gears.
Was that a real error? Like, with the whole kings and queens and shit like that? Like,
Yeah, Renaissance or like the
I feel
Middle
like that's-
Ages.
I feel
Yeah,
like- for some reason, I feel like it's make believe. Like, it didn't really fucking
You've
happen.
been watching too much fucking PBS.
yeah.
No,
So,
because you think of, like, I know Mishka, she didn't believe butterfly, or not butterflies, but fireflies were real because she's never seen them.
okay.
I remember talking about that,
But that has to do with the insect versus a complete time
Time period.
era.
Yeah, but how do we know it's fucking real though?
Because we have evidence.
There's people who wrote about it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Late as fuck.
Stitch coming in here like he gonna get a seat. Yeah. Your mic is off.
Yeah.
Bring my mic over there.
Shit to say.
Go
Whatever.
ahead, I can turn it on.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead, let's sit down.
Why do you smell like weed?
Ass and titties.
Oh shit.
And big booty bitches.
Yeah. We should make it. We got enough equipment here to make a mixtape and then get rich. We talk about ass, titties, selling drugs, shit that we don't know nothing about,
Exactly.
and make all kinds of money. We just need to have someone saying like, "Oh no, you know."
What happened on your Fear the Walking Dead that premiere?
Oh, holy shit. I figured out the actual problem with the show.
All right, go ahead.
This is the problem with the show.
It sucks. No.
No. I can tell you why it sucks. Well, we all perceive why it sucks. So we're used to watching The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're all used to seeing all these badasses, all right? The problem with with the Fear of the Walking Dead. So on The Walking Dead, we had the start of the zombie apocalypse, right? And then Rick was already kind of like he was a cop already, so already had some skills.
Yep.
He basically was in a coma when everybody else got used to the zombie apocalypse, and they gathered skills that would make them better at the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
The problem with the Fear of the Walking Dead is that they do not have that.
Yeah, they're not fighters.
They're all like, this is like the in-between period of when Rick was in a fucking coma.
Yeah.
And they have no skills whatsoever. And so what you're seeing is people like kind of horribly adapt to the zombie apocalypse. But that's what happened to most people during the zombie apocalypse, and most of them fucking died.
Because Rick was in a coma for like 2-3 months.
It was a while, yeah. So everybody they already knew what the fuck was going on. They knew about walkers. They knew about how to survive. Most of them,
Yeah.
right. But we're looking at a time period like right when it started, when people don't have any of those skills. They know what the fuck is going on. They're basically fucking retarded. And when I say retarded, it means that they're slow, because that's what retarded actually means. So don't be fucking offended.
Oh boy. Oh shit.
Yeah, they're basically retarded. And that's all I'm saying, isn't it? It's like, I wouldn't do that. And it's shit that I wouldn't do. Even if I'd never heard of a zombie apocalypse, I still wouldn't do shit like that.
Yeah, because I know from last season there was a part where like the guy's like walking into a room and he's being hella fucking loud, and like I remember saying like, "Hey, motherfucker, you need to check that fuck behind that door and shit like that." But it's just because they don't know that universe yet. Like they're barely getting into.
But that dude does, the black dude. I forget his fucking name.
Oh, Stinger or whatever.
No,
the smooth talker guy.
Yeah, his name's like Stinger or Singer.
Smooth talker guy.
Yeah, the guy who has the boat.
He's fucking awesome. That's the best character in the entire show.
Yeah,
hands down.
Yeah. I mean, he has no fucks whatsoever when he's on that boat and they're like, "Oh, we should help people." He's like, "Nope, fuck him." He's like, he makes a great point. All it takes is one of them to be infected, and we are all fucked.
And we're seeing that with the little mini series they're having with the flight 482 or something like that.
That's like an extension of that show.
Yeah.
Stitch, get in here. What did you see the premiere of Fear? The Walking Dead?
No. I watched maybe like the last 5 minutes when Kronos was watching it, and I mean, I don't know how accurate it was, but something going on with pirates or something at the end.
Yeah, well, there's gonna be pirates. So
Okay.
yeah, and then the girl was fucking dumb. Like, you can't talk to strangers. You gotta be like Ralph Wiggum. Stranger danger.
Yeah.
You can't.
Simpsons.
I actually almost did the fucking Ralph Wiggum quote in the beginning of the podcast, because Becky did one, and it was fucking hilarious.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I wanted to do it, yeah. Thank you for pre-recorded live. So, yeah.
Good shit.
Anyway, so yeah, you saw the last couple minutes?
Yeah, when you were watching it, I saw the last couple minutes. I didn't really see fully what was going on, but just the more same of the same shit, just them doing stupid, dumb shit, and wondering why we're in trouble because I did dumb shit.
This is his name's Victor Strand, by the way. That's the guy who owns the boat.
All right.
So, but I mean, like Cronus said, we're watching a learning curve, and I think if you're a fan of Walking Dead, you're like, you guys are fucking rookies. Like, why aren't you guys like more like Rick? And it's not about that. Like,
or Michonne or Daryl.
Yeah, what
they can't be.
Yeah, what they are watching is because literally maybe a week ago, or maybe a month, less than a month, they were like at their jobs on the fucking playground, and all of a sudden they're running from their lives. Like, not knowing what's going on. They don't know how this happened, what's going on. All they know is they talked about the end of the world. Like, the world has ended.
So I'm actually glad you brought up Michonne. So remember, Michonne's a badass now. Remember her backstory?
Oh, yeah. She was a housewife.
Yeah. And
like
she
a
lost
secretary.
both of her kids.
Yep.
Lost her husband.
and husband, brother.
And her brother.
That's basically what you're watching now.
Yep.
And, like, you would never see, like, I don't know. It's weird to see because they're going through it. And that's the problem with the show. Is that if they never had The Walking Dead, the Fear the Walking Dead would be awesome.
Yeah.
But because there's a Walking Dead, you're just like, why the fuck are you guys all doing that shit?
Yeah, it's weird.
A lot of the characters too, if you look at them at their backstory, like they all started off like soft. Like Carol, for example, like she was beat by her husband. Now she's like a fucking badass. But then also like with the girls from the Saviors chick, she had talked about how she was like a secretary and like her boss would like hit on her and stuff like that. But now she's a total fucking badass.
Yeah,
because of shit she had to do and see.
You can't watch Fear the Walking Dead and expect them to be like the Walking Dead cast. This is essentially a prequel.
Almost, yeah.
This is a prequel. Literally, we see what happens before the outbreak, and then we are witnessing as the outbreak occurs. So we can't see like all this badassery as we've seen in Walking Dead.
Yeah, Strand. The guy's name is Strand.
Yeah.
So this is one problem that I have with the show that's actually a legit concern. Is that when the show came on, I expected to hear about how the fuck the zombie apocalypse happened. Like, what the fuck happened? And they just glossed over all that shit.
They're not going to show it.
I think Strand knows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess
they need to show and prove with that.
So I think Robert Kirkman has said we may find out how this came about on Fear the Walking Dead.
They better.
So, and I don't be what I'm suspecting is we will see characters from The Walking Dead on Fear the Walking Dead. Like we might see
how
we'll probably
make
see
any sense.
We'll probably see Eugene,
What?
Rosita, and then before they made it
They're
out
on the
to the
east
south.
coast of the country.
That's a long
like I
fucking
said,
way.
Yeah, like I said, we'll
But
probably
unfortunately,
see them as they're making their way.
Eugene
to
has
the
a very southern accent, so no, you would not. You should not see Eugene in this fucking show.
Well, we might see Rosita and
Eugene
and
was saying,
Abraham.
wasn't his whole backstory about he was in sort of like DC area working on?
No,
some-
they're making their way to DC, and he
but
lied
they had
about it.
This is in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
It's like
Yes, I'm
total
aware.
you're doing it again, man.
I am
It's total
speculating.
speculation.
And they're in the water now too.
I can't speculate.
Well, you got speculation. It's like it doesn't make any sense though. Like it's not based on anything. It's like saying you might see Zeus in the show too. You know that can happen.
What if we
Fantasizing
We saw
and Christ
Jesus.
baby.
We saw Jesus on the show, so maybe.
We did see Jesus.
Daredevil motherfuckers. All of us are good. Let's get into it.
I'm looking at you two guys.
All I gotta say, the Daredevil loves shooting motherfuckers in the face.
Yeah.
And he does it very well.
You're talking about Punisher.
Oh, Punisher, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Punisher likes to
wait,
shoot
he
in
ain't
the
got
face.
no gun.
You're like shooting chicks in the face with his penis. When he gets a chance,
All right, Stitch, you just joining us.
bust that blind.
Late
load.
as fuck. What did you think of this show?
Okay, yeah. Let me not get distracted on something else because I got a little mini rant for that.
About what?
I'm gonna stay on topic right now. I'm not gonna hijack right now. But specifically about Daredevil.
Yeah, tell me. Thoughts on the whole series.
I love. Well, I couldn't say much because you guys were late to watching it.
Speak
but,
on it.
I thoroughly loved it. It was action packed. It was the plot I enjoyed. Even though there technically wasn't a quote bad guy, except maybe that Foot Clan thing that was going on.
That's my only problem with the fucking whole show. So there was no real villain.
And then like homeboy with the I forget the actual tool, but we were watching that anime I think with the guy with the chain sights thing.
I forget what it's called.
Yeah, he ended up coming back to life. The guy.
Oh,
with the
Nobu.
Yeah, he ended up coming back to life. So I guess he's sort of got a main villainish type thing, but it's
it's
to
not-
be continued with him. It's another to be
really.
continued. My favorite scene probably was when he goes. Well, you finished.
Yeah,
right?
I've seen the
Was
whole thing.
when Matt Murdock goes to the jail to talk to Kingpin, and he walked right up in that trap, and he just snapped out those things like they're just plastic ass handcuffs.
No, he didn't
and
snap
start
out of
fucking dribbling his fucking forehead on that
He
fucking
didn't
table.
snap out of him. He wasn't never locked in him.
Yeah, he was never locked up.
Yeah, he was
No, he
never
snapped-
locked.
he snapped him.
No, they were
was
never
never
locked
locked
in.
in.
Actually, they're right because they opened.
Yeah.
If he'd have snapped them, they wouldn't have opened.
Okay, well,
Rewind the tape.
he broke out the cuffs.
Well, I think because he fucking runs a jail, so he probably was never handcuffed
Well, he's
at
strong
all.
as he was handcuffed
strong
because
as fuck,
he was shackled. He
Yeah,
was
but-
shackled to
but
the
the-
table.
Yeah, he was never cuffed.
But they weren't cuffed. Like,
Yeah,
they
he wasn't.
weren't locked. Yeah.
Rewind the tape.
Okay.
All right,
Well,
but
that's
anyway.
fine.
But when he starts bouncing Matt Murdock's head on the
Yeah.
table, and it's just like, because it was like a game of verbal chess where he's like, oh, your girl's not here. She won't ever be here. And you ain't never going to see her.
I know
And you know
that.
what? You love New York too much to fucking go be with her because this is your city. This is what you breathe. This is your life. And you can't ever be with her. And you can just see the rage take over his fucking thing. And he's like, fuck you. Bop, 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 bop. He did like a Steph Steph Curry, Tim Hardaway crossover on the table with his fucking head.
I love that real gritty scene where the Punisher's in jail.
Yeah.
God
Fucked up.
damn. It was like so gritty and like he fucked everybody up.
Yeah, he did.
They didn't give a shit.
Blood was everywhere.
Especially when he realized that he got betrayed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he was just like, "Oh, okay, we're doing this. Look, game on."
Everybody's got fucking die.
Yeah.
It was all.
And they fucking and like he went in there with like a shank, but then came back with like he had like a stick. He was fucking people up and
Yeah.
just like he was
Oh, hey,
murdering
He
fools.
took on that whole cell block.
Spoiler alert.
I like how they had the fucking they like tear gassed him and like you just see him just stand there and disappear into the shadow into the smoke and I was like, oh man, he's about to fuck these cops up, but then they actually captured him and shit.
They actually added depth to literally, and I don't mean this as a bad thing, a one-dimensional character. Punisher is about as simple and direct as you can get. He fucks up criminals. His family died.
Yeah, that's
Family died, and I get that, and that's his motivation. But he's very one-dimensional in terms of his motivation, and they added layers to him that made me feel for him more than any other time that Punisher's ever been on screen or in comics for me.
I do think we discussed, I guess, originally when we first found out that they were casting Punisher, like, we're like, well, what are they going to do with this? Because he is a sort of one-dimensional character, and they did a great job of getting a very interesting story put on screen on the Netflix, or I guess screen as you would call it, with his sort of shallow storybook backstory. But they did a really good job. It made me care. It made me interested.
I bet you
he was
like,
layered.
I can already hear nerds' heads exploding. They're like, "He's a shallow character." Yeah, whatever. Hey,
I mean, I could be wrong, but I just never was too interested in him. Like growing up,
I liked him.
Off topic, real quick, then back on topic. Did the Warriors win?
Yes.
The Warriors won. However, the person that stole the night, and you're not going to believe me, Kobe Bryant had 61 points tonight.
Are you kidding
And he hit
me?
the game-winning shot.
Wow, they let him do that.
Kobe Bryant.
That's a conspiracy.
Kobe Bryant went fucking off.
Did they just feed him the ball and like play no defense?
Well, we watched the Warrior game for about the first. They blew him out. They killed him, so it wasn't even really a game. Curry had maybe 47 points. He had 10 or 11 threes.
Oh, so he broke the record for that too.
Yeah, Curry went off. He had over 400 threes this year. And then after that, I was like, oh, let me go check on this Laker game and everything. I look at my thing. I'm like, Kobe's got 37.
Wow.
And I'm like, it's like third quarter. I was like, what the fuck's going on? And they were down by 10. And then they just kept giving the ball to Kobe, and just Kobe went fucking
That's impressive.
2005-ish.
You know,
So
that
the Lakers
not gonna
weren't
retire.
the Lakers weren't playing the Warriors, right?
No,
no, they were
different
playing the
games, okay.
Jazz, yeah.
And then Warriors are playing Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Sorry. Back to the
Okay.
subject.
I just want to say, every time Daredevil was on the screen, he fucking stole it. Like he was just like I just wanted to watch him do shit,
Oh, I thought-
fuck people up.
I thought
You mean
Punisher?
Punisher?
I'm
stole-
Punisher. Damn it.
Okay. I was gonna say. All right.
Punisher,
Punisher kind
yeah.
of stole the show.
Yeah, John
He did.
Bernthal.
Yeah.
He did a great job. But
And let's not take away from Electra too. At least for me.
oh yeah,
Electra was amazing.
she was.
Oh, Ninja
great.
Man,
ain't got no booty,
I didn't
though.
see no booty on that guy.
See, I got tricked up, smoking mirrors.
Yeah, maybe.
But I got to give a little fan service to Kingpin because he still had that fire from the first. Even though he's in jail, he is still calling the shots. And then, when you see him meet the Punisher for the first time, he lets him know. He fucking slaps up the Punisher in jail.
Well,
It fucks him up.
they showed how he took over the jail.
Yeah, that too.
He took over
And
the power in the jail.
And it was just it was cold and calculated. He's like, oh, okay, I see you have your place, and you have your place. Well, I'm about to steal all of that from you.
I like how he slowly built up his fucking empire within the prison.
And it wasn't even that long.
No.
It was just a short period of time, and he's Kingpin of the fucking jail.
Yeah,
But he's broke though. He spent a lot of money.
He did, just to
get that
protect-
power.
just
he'll get
protecting
more
walls.
He controls the drug trade into prison.
Yeah.
That's lucrative. You know.
He controls the contraband,
Yeah.
not just drugs. Anything entered is contraband.
Yeah.
And he will be getting out of jail.
Oh, of course. Of course
So-
he's getting out.
Kingpin is an awesome character, and I'm so glad to see him on the small screen done so well.
You know what's going to be epic is when he gets his cane. You know they're going to be like, oh, here's the cane, and he's going to step up in that white suit and just be like, Kingpin, bitch.
I'm just enjoying watching him put his hands on people.
Yeah.
As soon as he gets those mitts around him, he's just fucking doing whatever.
I thought Punisher was going to squad up and show what's up, but nah, freaking Kingpin knocked his ass down.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Showed him what's
he
up.
wasn't in handcuffs. He was shackled.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of
So
true.
yeah, it was
Well,
shocking.
but also remember, Kingpin is no joke.
Yeah. That's why I was like, damn.
And the other thing I got from Daredevil is this show is going to be on Netflix, at least in my mind, for another 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
You know what I
So-
mean? Like, this is a long arc, and I'm glad to hear about
So
that.
Charlie Cox, who plays Daredevil, has already confirmed that they will be filming the Defenders later on this year.
Nice.
So we're gonna see all the Netflix shows merge into this one series.
You know,
And it's gonna be great.
one of my favorite scenes in Daredevil was the scene where the Punisher finds out who's the guy who staged the whole murder of his family at the carousel.
What was his name?
And it was like the grave.
He was a
graveyard?
general.
The black, damn.
Peter-
The blacksmith.
Blacksmith.
They call him the Black Lisp.
When he pulled him into that shack and there's all that shit on the wall, I'm like, man, the Punisher's about to torture the fuck out of this dude. And the guy's like, I made you the person who you are. He's like, yeah, you're right. I remember what you taught me. One kill, one shot, one kill, and just bam, that was it.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't fucking torture him at all. He just fucking murdered him.
Yeah, he did.
Spoiler.
Yeah, it was crazy. My favorite scene is the hallway fight when Daredevil had the gun taped to his hand and he took on all those dudes on the stairs. That was like both a great dramatic scene as well as a technological like marvel sort of. Because I'm like, how the fuck are they filming this in this close ass fucking stairwell with all these dudes falling over? And then they showed the behind the scenes about it, how it was fucking tough, but they pulled it off. I'm like, dude, these guys deserve some kind of award because that shit was fucking dope. And then later on, I found out that this was almost panel for panel from the comic.
Wow.
Almost.
Yeah. I need to read more Daredevil comics. Like Jemal was saying from Extraordinary Journey of a Black Nerd, they have this great history with Daredevil, and I've never read any of it, but it's supposed to be great.
I read very little.
Well, this is what I love about these shows coming out is that people are becoming fans that were never fans before. I think Terrence said it best when the Doctor Strange thing dropped. He was like, yeah, Doctor Strange, trailer dropped 20 minutes ago. What was it? I forget the exact quote.
Basically, now everybody's a fan. There's more Doctor Strange fans now than there ever were.
As of 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I was a fan of him since the New Avengers.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
he did a great job in that.
And I read some stuff before, but it wasn't. I mean, the New Avengers was great because it's Hickman. So.
I was. What was it? When he was in Age of Ultron. When Wolverine goes back, or he goes back through time and he meets the Defenders. And,
the real Age of Ultron.
yeah, the
Comic,
real in the comics. Yeah, and then you see the Defenders with Red Hulk and Doctor Strange and shit. And I was like, oh shit.
He's got a great bunch of stories, throughout decades and decades of comics. So,
I
just got to go back and read
I
them.
was never really a huge fan, but I know his importance to like Marvel and the whole magic.
He
shit.
brings the magic into the Marvel universe.
Yeah, which is great.
And his role in Secret Wars, which everybody should read, as we say every week.
But read New Avengers first.
Yeah, read New Avengers first. But his role in Secret Wars is huge.
Because he was kind of bitch made in Secret Wars.
Well, he was subservient to Doom, no doubt about it. But he had an important role,
The only thing I really stood out to me is that when he's in when you play Marvel Ultimate Alliance and you go hide out in the spot, and then you find out about his like arch nemesis who has a hard name to fucking pronounce, Dormammu, as fucking Deadpool calls out Dormammu.
Yeah, there you go.
It's just fucking hella funny.
All right. Stitch, are you playing anything? You started Fallout.
I did start Fallout. It is such a... It's going from like a fastball to like a change up going from the Division to Fallout.
True.
So I'm enjoying it. It's definitely different and everything, and I do like the Bethesda games. Skyrim was a big favorite of mine, but it's just so different going from like an action run gun with fucking like 600 bullets and shit, just running around shooting people in the Division. Then going to Fallout where you got to conserve and pick up all these items and scavenge and.
There's a way for it to feel more Division-like that I'll tell you about later.
Well, I don't expect it to be like that. I don't want it to be more like Division. I mean, they're two completely separate games, but it's just because it literally, I jumped from beating that game and getting all the trophies that I wanted to get to hopping right on Fallout.
You played that game more than I have. Both of them, actually, probably. And, yeah, I own them. Fallout and Division.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, you haven't hit level 30 yet, Cronus?
No, I've been fucking busy, man.
Yeah, I thought you were the first one out of all of us to hit 30.
No, it's fucking Stitch.
Oh,
There you
shit.
go.
Yeah, I think I hit 30 right when Stitch did, or
We were
vice versa.
right around
We
the same
around there.
area.
So, did you update That's the main thing.
Well, when I hopped on yesterday, there was the daily mission. It let me. It said this is the daily mission. You got to do it on challenging.
Yeah. Did you see like the intro where it said about the gear and the?
Yeah.
Okay,
it sort of explained that, and I forget what I was doing, or if I was listening to something on my headset, but I didn't fully read it.
Oh, there's a lot.
But it looked like there was a whole page.
There's a shit ton. Ooh, what I forgot to mention is the drop zone has changed a bit. Now they offer care packages. So they drop packages in the dark zone, and you have to get it, clear the area, and try to get to it before it explodes.
All right.
And if you get to it, it automatically goes to your stash.
Good shit.
So
That sounds cool.
there's hella people in the dark zone now. It's fucked up.
All right. Kronos, we're going to kind of slow things down, or actually get the recommendations for the week. What are you doing this week? Recommendations?
I'm gonna do some archery. Goddammit!
All right.
Yeah.
With your new bow?
Jiu-jitsu and archery. Yeah, I got a new bow. Actually, did I get it after the podcast last week?
I think so.
Yeah.
No. I showed it on the podcast.
We showed it.
Wasn't it a site you got?
I bought a new site. Yeah, I bought a True Glow range choice pro or some shit. I don't know. It's fucking dope. And I haven't had a chance to use it yet. I just bought it, but it has basically a green dot sight. So it's like a illuminated dot. It looks like a goddamn red dot sight you see on a firearm.
Yeah.
But it's for a bow and it's green, and it's pretty dope.
All right.
So I'm gonna go sight it in tomorrow, and then it's gonna be fun.
Good shit. I'm gonna quickly get 2 plugs in before I switch gears to someone else in terms of recommendations. Number 1, we are casting on Saturday morning with those damn comic book guys.
And the greatest one ever.
And the greatest thing ever is on June 10th, we are going to have a live motherfucking podcast.
Yeah.
Over in downtown Oakland at a place called Cape and Cowl Comics, which is amazing. On a Friday night, it's going to be from 6:30 to 8 p.m. The squad's going to be there. Come meet us. Buy some trades. It's going to be awesome.
And you can actually see us live, talk to us live.
Hell yeah.
Ask questions.
We're going to hang out probably afterwards. It's actually my birthday on that day, too, so we're definitely getting some drinks. It's going to be awesome. So I just wanted to get that in. Blue, what you doing? Recommendations? Awesome shit this week?
My recommendation is for you to watch Mike Tyson Mystery. This shit is the funniest shit I've ever seen. I would say it's funnier than the Boondocks, dude. It's fucking hilarious. It's so okay. I'm gonna set up one of the storylines. So, there's a man who thinks his wife is cheating on him, and she's going to a B&M spot.
BDSM.
S&M. She's doing the S&M type shit. And it turns out to be an alien, and there's a fight scene with Mike Tyson punching an alien, and then at the end, the pigeon is like, "Are we stepping in blood or is this cum?" And they look at the shoot, and he's like, "It might be both." But then, the alien, she was taking semen back to her planet for them to get into a hot tub with. And yeah, that's how fucking crazy and dank this show is.
That sounds like the dankest cartoon ever. Okay,
yeah,
I'm on board.
It's only maybe 10 to 15 minutes long, so they're really short, and it's only up to season 2. But it's really fucking hilarious. I really recommend.
How many seasons have they done?
It's only 2 seasons.
Okay, I'm watching.
And it's maybe 12 episodes each, so it's really short. But that's my recommendation this weekend. I'm gonna be playing The Division and trying to build up my character more. And then on my birthday, we're going to be going to the Lunchbox.
What date is that?
That's Saturday, April 30th.
Okay.
That's where we're
going to get waxed.
Yeah, mankini time.
Instead of waxing out people, we're going to be waxed.
Oh.
God dang. Hilarious.
I'm a little nervous about this shit, but all right.
I'm a little
It's going to hurt so bad.
They're going to wax your assholes.
Yeah.
Your assholes, your balls, your dick, all that shit, dude.
Yeah. For the cash.
Yeah.
For the cash. All right. Ninja, what you got this week? Recommendations?
So I'm going to be playing The Division as well. Also, a little bit of Destiny, which I did last night. Arrow's on tonight, so I'm going to be watching that. I think Arrow's on tonight. Should be. I think the season finale is tonight.
Oh, wow.
It's either tonight or next week. I don't know. My recommendation is actually a music artist. I've actually posted this to Earth Girls Are Easy's Get Down and Dirty playlist. type thing. It's Alina Baraz and Galamitis. Their album is Urban Flora.
Is this trap music?
No, the best way I can describe it is like the evolution of trip hop.
Oh, I used to love trip hop.
But I mean, this is I think this is. I've been listening to it since I was introduced to it like months ago, and I listen to it almost every day.
All right.
If you're down for like making babies and it's about that time, put on this album and you'll end up with some kids. Or if you smoke a lot of weed,
Where your
put
kids
this.
at? How much would you smoke though?
Smoke me out, fam. If you smoke a lot of weed and you just want to chill, put on this fucking album and you'll be so fucking on that other plane. It's a great album. She's actually going to be performing in Napa next month at a festival or whatnot.
Are we trying to go?
I don't know yet because it's right after the whole graduation and birthdays and shit. So
All right,
we'll see.
let's try it. Let's try it. You try to organize that event. Stitch, I know you joined us late. What you got? Recommendations this week?
Well, I was hanging out with my wife earlier. She was in town for like the day and everything. She's heading back down to the south tomorrow. So that's where I was at for most of the podcast. I don't know if it was spoke on earlier. She did hook me up with the compendium of Walking Dead.
Ooh.
That's what that was out
That's
there.
that big ass book.
That
Yeah,
giant fucking book.
Yeah, it's like a fucking.
It's like a textbook.
yeah, and it goes right where I left off. Like it goes from I think I was last trade paperback was like volume 17, and I think this one goes from like 17 to like 24, 25.
Yeah, I took
Yeah.
I took a glimpse at it, and it had they had Rick waking up. It wasn't Michonne in the bed with him, but it was somebody else. So it was a white one. But it had Negan on the cover.
Who it is.
Yeah, Negan's on the cover and
I
everything.
know who it was.
Besides that, I'm gonna get out on Fallout and get back on that and put some good quality time in. They have this beer sort of event going on at Drake's brewery. I think
Is that this weekend?
I think that's this Saturday. It's like Hop Chef or something like that. Where I'm gonna try to maybe check that out. And I recommend that everyone checks out the number one album in America. Can anyone guess what that is?
Oh, shit. What is
Taylor
it?
Swift?
What is it?
Kanye's West.
I don't give a fuck.
Because he knows what he's doing.
Oh, is it good though?
It's good. It's good. It's better. It's much better than Yeezus.
Is it better than College
That's
Dropout?
not saying much though. Yeah.
Is it better than Taylor
Graduation?
Swift?
Is that it?
Well, we've already. They're completely different sounds.
I'll listen. Let me see if it's on those.
But Kanye's album was the first album to be at number one, with majority being streams. It's the only album ever to do that. 74% of his sales were streams, and having no physical
hold on.
copies.
That's kind of unfair though because he was on Tidal for the longest time. That's only stream, right?
Tidal's it's a subscription service that you got to buy.
But it's through streaming though, so that's.
Yeah, but it beat out albums that have physical copies. It's the only one to ever do that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying though, he was on a stream-only service first.
Yes, 2 months
So,
ago.
that's
And then they released it on iTunes and
That's
Spotify.
the reason why. If Taylor Swift put out a shit-only title, she would have the record too.
But that was 2 months ago. When everyone illegally downloaded and put that shit out there, and when it finally got released, it still jumped up to number one being...
But they don't count illegal downloads under anyway.
Yeah, no, they don't. That's why I'm saying the sales that were recorded became number one based on... I'll tweet out the link.
Are you cupping the balls, or are you actually?
I'm just saying.
That's
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, like I said 2 months ago, Kanye knows what he's doing.
Ooh, all right. So you like the album? All right.
I like the album.
I'll
and
listen to it too.
It's successful.
All right, good shit. We already talked about the fact that we are doing a live event, and I'm fucking excited as hell about it on June 10th at Cape and Cowl in Oakland, California. That's accessible by Bart, which is awesome as shit. I have one other recommendation, and that is the book We Can Never Go Home Again. I forgot to, of course,
it a book or a
bring it.
comic?
This is a comic book, obviously. Whenever I talk about books, it's always comic books.
Hold on.
What you got?
God damn it! I fucked all kinds of shit up. What the fuck? God
Stepping on shit.
damn.
What?
So me and Stitch went.
Too many zoos.
We went to go see Too Many Zoos.
Oh, shit.
Mission Delirium.
shit.
God damn! It was
Talk
bad.
about it.
Fucking we're jamming the fuck out.
Yeah, it was like $20. Stitch for getting my ticket. And actually, I didn't see that they were going to be here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like literally the day that they were here.
Sunday,
the
right?
Day Stitch. No. It was
It was like Saturday or something.
It was Sunday. It was Sunday.
Yeah.
I just happened to see on there on my timeline on
weird.
Facebook, and it says from the 2 Minutes. It was like, oh, we're tonight in San Francisco, and I was like, yo, I was like, they're here, And then I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, I don't got shit to do. I was like, let's go do it.
And I was tired as fuck. Like, literally, I had to get up at 4 in the morning to go to the airport to drop my daughter off. Then I had to drop K-Mac off. Then I had to work. And then I decided to go to this thing after work. So I was tired, but it was fucking
It was
awesome.
great. We fucking hit up the convertible and drove to the city. Then fucking jammed the fuck out, and like it was great. Like
Who was the opener you guys were
Mission Delirium.
They were fucking awesome.
Check them out as well. It was like a live, was a Rebirth band.
Oh, yeah.
The Rebirth brass type
Yeah,
band.
it was like
that
a New Orleans style. Yeah, it was great.
And it was, I think it was 11 of them, and they were just jamming.
Goddamn.
They came out with a squad. It was like a small, like little college, like university band. It almost looked like for a second, and like they were like in the crowd.
She had an ass.
Oh
yeah, she had a dude. It was great. She was dropping it.
And she was smashing that fucking bass drum.
Ooh.
Just like boom, boom.
She was from the future.
Yeah.
Oh, so she had that. Did she have the Black Girl Magic or she had the future?
She's the future. She was white.
Yeah. It was great. And then they killed it. Like they performed God knows how many songs, and like they were sweating.
This is at the
And
Independent, right?
The best,
Yeah, the
the best
Independent.
part was that. So they were doing like a bunch of songs. They were fucking all badass, and then all of a sudden, like part of the band would break off to like walk around in the crowd while playing music, and then
this Mission Delirium.
And then after that, they got back on stage, and then somebody came out with like this fucking pole.
It was like a pole with a parachute.
And a parachute attached to it, and so everybody.
They had like it was like it made a big ass circus tent in the middle of the fucking crowd,
Yes.
and everyone was under just jamming out with the band like you were
and
like
the
a
band was
wedding.
underneath it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The fuck?
It was fucking badass.
It was insane.
Periscope part of it.
Okay. You already posted it?
I periscoped it and then I recorded some other parts of it. But yeah, it was fucking. I didn't post. Periscope's already posted. But yeah.
Okay, yeah. Damn.
Just to let y'all know, because you probably saw my post on Facebook, I was salty as fuck.
It was good.
I was like, dude, I had to fucking do a fucking assignment, but
Yeah,
I
well,
also
and
salty.
then Too Many Zoos came on.
Yeah.
And then they were fucking badass.
Yeah.
And like,
They were going for the longest, and then like people were like, one more song, and he's like, we had like 4 more songs we were gonna do. What are you guys talking about? One more song?
Some of them have shorter sets.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were going long. Like each song it felt like it was like maybe like 10-minute song. They were jamming a fuck
It's all
out.
3 of them?
All three of them.
And the funny part was that the drummer, the King of Sludge, his fucking drum was actually it was broken.
Yeah.
Like he had literally had 3 layers of tape over
Yeah.
a obvious
Duct
hole on
tape.
it.
Whoa.
And he was just like literally like with after the first like 3 songs, he banged 1 layer off. And it was still working.
I was getting exhausted like watching them. I was like, I'm thirsty.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like, all of them, man. Especially Leo P.
Yeah.
Because he's the
one with the crazy legs.
the saxophone. Yeah, and he even like learn new moves. He has like this whole like fucking shake game. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
It was fucking badass.
I bought a CD there too.
Oh, nice.
Did you guys talk to him afterwards?
No.
Nah, we pretty much got out of there
Because
because
of
Kronos. We knew I knew Kronos had to be up early and everything.
Yeah.
So, and then we got out right before the crowd did. And it was good ass time.
I DM'd them to see if they can get on the podcast. They're actually recording in SF.
Yeah.
Oh,
like this
really?
week.
Yeah.
Holy shit. All right,
I
let's see.
slid them DMs, they didn't slide back.
Hey, you got to slide some,
Gotta
miss
try.
100% of the ones you don't slide in, so keep trying,
Slide a little deeper.
Damn.
So anyway, so shout out to Too Many Zoos and Mission Delirium. They were fucking great.
Awesome. That's good shit,
It
man.
was so cheap. It was $20 those tickets.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was well worth it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was easily the best $20 I spent.
Still salty.
Good
Fuck
shit. Good shit.
So I can just jump back. I'm just gonna jump back in this for my recommendation or whatever. So I fucking forgot. Young Justice or Justice League versus Teen Titan came out yesterday, so I'm gonna fucking pick that up and be watching that shit.
You're going to love it.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. All right. And we only have, 1 more month until Civil War? Mm-hmm. Or
Couple
less than
weeks?
that? Couple weeks. Three
May-
weeks?
May
Something
6th?
like that. I
Yeah,
can't fucking
about
wait.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it, and please like us on iTunes. Rate us on them 5 stars.
Rate us on SoundCloud.
Hit us up on Twitter. Hashtag AskBeathenBTI or @BeathenBTI on Twitter.
Yeah, see how it worked when people did it and then we actually talked about it?
Yeah.
We actually do it.
Subscribe on YouTube
Yeah, there you go.
and iTunes.
Kobe Bryant's the greatest of all time.
Get out of here. Press that like button. Yeah. Eggplants are her future.
Yeah.
Find yourself a waifu and stick with her.
Don't forget about that hashtag Black Girl Magic.
Ski, ski, ski.
splitting of the atom only a few decades ago. And through his God-given genius of science, man, at last, has succeeded.
Yeah, you were talking. It's on the podcast now. It's on the audio. Now we're just gonna roll out with it. Fuck it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yet many questions remain unanswered.
Bravo.